Hey guys, welcome in. I decided to finish the season off with Millwall. That felt like a good idea because we're so close that we may as well just crack this one out, get it done, and see how things go. Apologies again for going up late for those who are in the Discord. I was very much in an edit all day. I've been editing all of next week's Supermarine. Still got one episode to get uploaded, but it can wait till tomorrow, and I'm sure we'll all be fine. But let's crack on, shall we? We're trying to get Millwall into the Premier League, which feels like a not unreasonable demand to try and pull off, if I'm honest. So that's what we're going to attempt to do. Is basically the plan. Try to find the right windows because that's always helpful. Yes. So my brain was just like, what happened with that? It's fine. Right. Evening, Simon. Welcome in. How are you? Welcome to Millwall. Funnily enough. Yeah, I was just saying, I figured we should try and do our best to see off the rest of the season with Millwall rather than doing Gibraltar tonight. And again, apologies for going up late. I did just sort of get stuck in an edit. I've edited all of next week's Supermarine now, bar one bonus episode. So that will all go up tomorrow morning, but yeah, it's been a busy, chaotic day. Right, we've got a chance though to get ourselves promoted from the Championship. We start today's stream on top of the Championship, so logically, it should be, touch wood, plain sailing. We've got to play Lincoln next too, which I suppose is something of a concern. Let's give these boys tomorrow off. Let them have one day off to rest. And we'll go and play Lincoln City in a game which hopefully will eliminate one of our promotion rivals a little bit. Sort of half kick them out the door, maybe. You know what I'm trying to say. We're trying to build a gap. We're trying to build some gappage. Obviously, if we don't succeed, then we're going to find ourselves in fourth. So, we've kind of got to pull this off. Sam Powell getting injured is not the ideal state of affairs. I've also got cup games coming thick and thin, or thick and fast, I should say. Stockport County up next after this, which should be straightforward, but you never can tell on FM, so we'll see how that goes and work it out from there, I suppose. 105 streams, that's incredible, Simon, and of course much appreciated, but 105 stream streak is breathtaking dedication to the cause. You've almost been here more than I have. Like, that genuinely feels like you may have been here more than I have, which is actually, that's troubling. But troubling in that that's not possible. My brain just worked that out as I said it. Anyway, you know what I mean. I do promise I am a fluent English speaker that just sometimes pretends I don't for comedy effect. Let's use that as it for comedy effect. I sometimes pretend I don't know how English works. Sounds perfectly reasonable. As does having too many strikers. But it is too many strikers for now, and it could easily change. Do I need to change anything? I don't think we do. I think we just go with it. We don't just go with it. I've got too many loan players. Well, in that case, Francis, welcome back to the bench. There's that problem solved. My word, Chicago are leading Montreal. That's a big game. Possibly. Maybe. I don't know. I assume so. So it's been a dramatic sporting day today after Celtic benefiting from match fixing. Been a very dramatic day. Anyway, let's get Lincoln beaten, vanquished, destroyed, demolished. I wish that button worked first time. Love the UI. Millwall need to get a goal early on. Krofsky and Hobbs over the ball. Hobbs plays it to Sambo, to Williamson, to Krofsky, and Arantes Nurse gets a goal. And we might be about to find out just how good Lincoln actually are in their touches. They were top of the table for quite a while, so we know they are a reasonably good side. But it would also be nice if they could be a reasonably good side on another day. On a day where we're not playing them. I know I ask a lot, but if that could be a thing we could make happen, that would be lovely. Because I just don't want to be losing to them, to be completely honest. It's not really what I was going for. So, my word, Smokey's in a 24-hour stream. He did threaten it. I didn't think he'd actually pull it off, but he did threaten it. Right, let's berate these boys. Let's get them told off. Thank you for following. Your nan has crusty toenail. And also for the hydrate and the look up a player. We can't really look up many players. We're 17 years into the future. But if you tell us who you want to look up, you crack on. Yeah, that's always a thing we can try and do. Shaheen, Broadley, Farmer, Broadley, Irashoki, Broadley again, Farmer doing farmering things. Can he get the crossover? Goes back to Mwamba, and Kira Mwamba making magical magic happen with his magical wand of a left foot. Is basically what we're saying. Things doth happen with the wandy left foot of wandiness. That will be what we say. So that's gone well. That has gone well. Bear with me, I've got a thing happening in the background. Just diggity. Bear with just a moment. crack with the team talk. Happy with the number of shots so far, and we're going to tell Blair Sturrock and Hamada Elamore to be better and send them all back on their way and hope for the best, because that's always a good time. Always a good time. I'm sure we'll be okay. I'm sure we're going to be fine. Broadly on the ball. To Mwamba, shot well over the bar. And good times were had by all, I suppose. Let's get the goals happening, shall we? Sturrock to Irasaki. Let's get a second goal. Come on, guys. We can do this. We're good at this sometimes. We are sometimes good at scoring the goals. We just need to get more today, please. I say we're always really good at scoring goals. It's just today we are not scoring the goals I want us to score, is what's happening. We need to vanquish Lincoln. We need to end their hopes of hunting us down. We're not going to do it with passes like that, I'll be honest. Well, that's probably cost us a goal, if I'm honest. I don't think I've ever seen a mistake like that in an FM match engine that hasn't led to a goal at the end, even if it wasn't directly. Oh. Jesus, that was close, wasn't it? That was close. Right, Voigt on the ball. I am going to make some changes because I think we need to freshen up our front three with, I think, Taylor. Gonna say Wilson. And let's try Isla. In fact, we're going to take off Voigt because he's already started making mistakes. Let's not encourage more to happen if we can avoid it. We'll send in O'Neill. He is allegedly better at centre-back. That's where he wanted to play when we signed him. So we're going to give him a chance to give that a go. Prove he belongs there. I don't like Mwamba being on a booking, but hopefully he won't do something stupid and get himself sent off. Mwamba to Taylor. Taylor to Irasaki. Irasaki beats his man. Come on, ball forward. There we go to Isla. Isla to Broadley. Broadley out wide for Mwamba. Mwamba with another shot, and he is desperate to get as many goals as possible today, isn't he? Let's... Do I want to take off Broadley? I think I do. I think I want to take off Broadley for Big Jack Carbone. Feels like it might be the answer. Let's encourage our players more, and let's in fact go very attacking and try and steal a winner. Because I don't think a draw is going to be good enough. In fact, it's not going to be good enough because Middlesbrough are above us, as are Sheffield United. And so Al Mutairi rolls out for Orrit. Orrit to O'Neill. O'Neill to Mwamba. Mwamba forward, giving the ball away. That was not the time or the place. Someone do defending. Do a defending. Guys, if we could do a football... That'd be really nice. Let's do that. Any other wonderful pieces of advice we've been given so far? No. Let's do a quick hunt in here whilst play's building. Let's make sure we've applied all of that advice too. And Irasaki to Taylor to Mwamba. Great cross from Mwamba. Doesn't find Wilson. Doesn't find Shaheen because Fanamo apparently beat him to it. That's got to be offside, guys. Where was the flag? Where was the flag? Have we got Celtic's ref from earlier? How was he onside? I am begging someone to tell me how that was onside. Like, do I just not understand the offside rule anymore? Why can't I... Alright, let's... No, back. How do I pause this? With that? Alright, so... That must be Rizzler thin. That's incredibly marginal. That might be the greatest timed run of all time. I don't have an explanation for how that happened. Come on, cut this one back. Let's get an equaliser. Anyone into the box, equaliser. Matthew Arasaki stops us being embarrassed. There's still 2 minutes to go. We could still make something of this. I don't think we will, but we could still make something of this. But I am a little bit baffled by what I just witnessed with that goal and how that was so perfectly timed for onside. I cannot imagine there's a linesman in the world that doesn't flag for that. Cannot imagine. And well, once again, we have a new leader in the championship, which is good news. And Lincoln have somehow got above us, which I don't know how that works, because we've scored the same number of points today, but they scored less points than us before the game. I'm really confused, guys. I'm really quite very confused. Got to be honest. Don't think I've been this confused in a while. Anyway, February is over. We can let March begin. Hopefully we can take out some aggression on the Stockport team we have to face next, who are definitely a League 2. So are they doing well in League 2? I mean, you imagine they'd have to be. Yeah, they're doing pretty well. Burnley is still down there. That's crazy. How are Burnley still hovering in League 2? I almost want to take them over as a project. Well, I won't, obviously, but I kind of want to. The Mighty Town are doing the Mighty Town things. So that's always beneficial. Just a second. Right, let's skip our way forward, shall we, to that game, whilst I figure my stuff out. Right, come on, Bray. What are we doing? Mark all those complete. Good times. All right, we're all good. We're all good. Right, we need to get a big result against Stockport, and then we definitely need to get a big result against Middlesbrough after this, because if we don't do that, then we're going to be absolutely out of luck, to be honest, because the title would be effectively over, I would suggest. The title would be effectively over if we lost to Borough. Feels like the situation we're in. Everton takeover rumours. Could we have a takeover, please, with a tycoon with lots and lots and lots and lots of money? That would be amazing if we could. Just someone with lots and lots and lots of money. Potential issue with Cassop. Well, I don't want to guess, but I think the issue with Cassop might be that he's not playing as much football as he thinks he should do. But do you know what? As a treat, I'll start him against Stockport. You can't possibly complain if I start him against Stockport. I don't know if I want to make too many changes because it is the FA Cup, but we can certainly do some things to rest some footballers. That feels like a good plan. Does feel like a good plan. Alright. Let's see what Whingebag's whinging about, shall we? Fitness tests. Alright, those guys should be fine. Issue with Cassop. He feels he's underpaid. And how much does he want to be paid? So he feels like he's underpaid, but he wants to earn less money. You know what? I think that's a great idea. Why don't we solve your being underpaid problem, you tremendously bright footballer, by paying you less? Congratulations, you decided you were underpaid and then accepted a 60 grand a year pay cut. You're a genius. Don't say I'm unfair as a manager. He asked me for an improved contract which paid him less, and I was happy to oblige. Right, we're going to keep Shaheen at right back because it feels like a good idea. There's not a lot of point risking any suspensions today, so we're going to stick Francis in there. We'll stick Carbone in there, and we will send... We've got Wilson on the verge of suspension as well. Armstrong? He was in the squad briefly as like an option. Is he actually good? He might not be bad actually. Okay, that's that problem solved. And then we'll put Hindo on the bench for Broadley. Orrit can make way for Wiles. Wilson out for Hackney. And you know what? We're going to give Isla a start. And we're going to give Cassop a start. Hey, Venom Snake? Actually, that's supposed to be Venom Snake. Welcome in, how are you? Other changes. Don't they want to... In fact, I should play Banks today just because Mwamba probably needs a rest. We'll play Wiles at the back instead of Voigt. And I really want to drop a more off the bench, but that feels crazy. We'll put Rondero on there for Hackney. Oh, we should be covered. We should be good. Right, let's give this a go. Protecting all our booked players and booking all, and trying to beat Stockport in the cup. It should happen. Hey, STP, welcome in. How are we? Let me, what's he do? The doobly do. Guys, if you're not already following STP, a fellow Swindon fan, Football Manager content creator, all round incredible human, go do that because they're a good time. They're a good time and you should be doing the following. That's kind of the rules. Finishing your break at work. Oof. Fair enough. Welcome in. Hope work is going well. We're about to take on League 2 Stockport with our Championship title fighting Millwall, allegedly. Save is going alright. We're about 17 seasons in with about our 12th club. It's not quite 12, I think it's 9. We're currently trying to win the Championship with Millwall, and there are about 2 points between the top 7 sides in the Championship, of which we're 1. So it's a bit tight and stressful. We are currently playing the FA Cup 4th round against Stockport, who are 9th in League 2. No, it's 4th in League 2, isn't it? So it's kind of a bit of a break, but we're taking a bit of a break and giving some of our younger, more newly acquired players a bit of a run out. So it's going all right. We're hopefully going to take Millwall up this season. Whether I'll stay at Millwall after promotion is anyone's guess, because God knows if a big club comes in for us, it would be far too tempting to turn down. But a lot of the big clubs seem to have dropped down, and there seems to be a bit of a new pecking order in the Premier League, as we discovered when we knocked Nottingham Forest, who were on the verge of qualifying for the Champions League out of the FA Cup in the last round. So it's a bit all over the place, but yeah, it's going all right. I mean, we're just working our way through the ranks, really, which is perfectly normal, I suppose. It'd be really nice if we could get a goal, given that we seem to be capable of smashing almost anyone at this point, but apparently Stockport are somehow a problem. I've not overly rotated the side. I think almost everyone in this starting 11, bar Armstrong, has played for us in the Championship this season. There's no one out of place in the squad, so I don't understand why we're not absolutely doing Stoke. I mean, they could just be having a really good day, I suppose. That it's the FA Cup, anything can happen. But we should be better than this. We're definitely not putting our best foot forward there. I don't know if it's just because the guys have decided that because we're playing a League 2 club, it doesn't matter so much. But we're not doing well, and that's not going to help. Neither is that. We're about to concede a goal, guys. This is going to be 1-0 to Stockport just before half-time. Oh, it's very close. I'm glad I kept El Mutairi in goal. I did consider sticking someone else in goal. Would have been McKenna. Was not going to be Van der Weijs. You, and you have not been good enough so far, and you guys need to just get better, is the lesson I'm going to teach. And well, it's very possible I replace the entire front 5 during this second half if I don't start seeing some better attacking football coming, because this is not impressing me even the slightest amount. In fact, we are going to do that because that's how unimpressed I am. Right, Ellamore on as the striker. Ray on at left wing. Armstrong can be replaced by Taylor. Irasaki off for Messias. And there's going to have to be Hindo in there. Let's go that way round. That feels good. No worries. We'll try and get those wins. Try and have a good day at work. We'll see you very soon. Like I said, guys, if you're not already following STP, go do that. You won't be disappointed, I promise you. I promise no disappointment will happen. Taylor, let's get the goals here from someone. Anyone. I swear, if this goes to penalties against Stockport, I'll be raging. Changes will be wrong. We're not even in this game. Kind of want to turn up the heat a little bit, but It's not like we're creating chances as it is. Jesus, I say as we create a chance. But a Shen being tracked back. Come on, Taylor, do some defending. We're going to turn it up. We're going to turn up the heat. We've got to do it. We've got to go for it. It's the FA Cup, and there's no good reason we shouldn't be doing bits to them. Let's discourage the long shots. It's a great switch. It's a great switch. It's not really got what we need it to go, but Banks, Messias, Ray, Elamore. When Hamada Elamore can't score against the League Two side, something feels like it's going wrong. Let's try and go for set pieces. I can't believe I'm trying to play for set pieces against a League Two side. I don't even know who I've got that's good at set pieces on that field right now. That's the truly awful bit, is I don't know who I would be relying on to take said set pieces. I just know that something has to change, and quickly, and it's not. And we're in a slump. We're officially in a slump at the business end of the season. El Motairi gives it to Messias. Taylor, Carbone over. Ray can't get there, but Banks can. Scotty Banks to make himself a hero into the box. Cuts it across for Hamada Elamore, and in the 93rd minute of 93... Well, I'm not saying we left that a little bit too late for my tastes, but at least we did enough to get through. Maybe we don't do so much rotation for the next round of the cup. Maybe we don't. Right, who are we playing? That's the next question. Who do they want to give us in the next round of the FA Cup? And can it please be a lower league team again? I feel like I need another win. I'm not necessarily fussed who. If I'm honest, I'm not necessarily fussed by who it is, as long as it's by someone. That's really the goal. Banks on form in narrow win. I guess that's fair. He did do the form. And we came out of that without anyone being suspended, which is really what the biggest goal was. It does mean we could come out of the Middlesbrough game with people suspended, but I'd rather have them suspended for Bournemouth than have them suspended for Middlesbrough, given relative positionings. Certainly rather have them available for Middlesbrough than for Bournemouth, because Middlesbrough are currently top. We do have a game in hand over them, and Bournemouth are 9th. Should be a bit easier to deal with unless all of those guys that were on bookings pick up bookings, which seems unrealistic. It does seem unrealistic to suggest that might be a thing that happens. We need to beat Middlesbrough just to have a chance, like even a fighting chance of dragging ourselves back up into the top 2, which I don't like either. But if we can beat Borough here, then our game in hand should take us back above, should take us properly into the top again. Lincoln City in the FA Cup quarter-final. Thanks, guys. Lovely news. They were really, really hard last time, so I'd like that to not be a problem we have this time. Bournemouth must be our game in hand as well. That's not ideal. That's not ideal at all. And yet, it feels semi-achievable. So, we'll do our best. We will do our best. Oh, Hindo's got injured. That's always a bad sign. Always a bad sign. What's going on up here? Just seeing what's going on out in the world wide of the web. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Right. Come on then, let's go beat Borough. Cassup's happy with his new contract on less money. I'm happy with his new contract on less money. We just need to get focus now, beat Borough, and we should be hopefully back on track. Hopefully. Although Bournemouth will be a pain. Bournemouth will be a pain. It's an inconveniently timed game. I don't know why QPR are in the league either. Were they near the bottom? It'll tell me in a second. I don't know why I'm asking these questions rhetorically. I'm literally about to find out where QPR are in the league. Anti-fun fact, the last 10 FA Cup finals have all had either Man City or Chelsea in them. That is an anti-fun fact. Oh, QPR are mid-table. They're going to be a banana skin, aren't they? That's got disaster written all over it. Why are you trying to force me to put Van der Vaart on the bench? Why? In what universe do I want Van der Vaart on the bench? I'd love it if FM would learn from how the player sets up their team. For example, what it should have learned in this situation is that I don't have a goalkeeper on the bench very often. Unless I've got bags of subs to play with, I tend not to have a goalkeeper on the bench. And I'd love it if it would learn that when I press quick pick. It'd be really helpful if that was a thing it sort of intuitively learned. Oh, I've got an extra spot for Loney on the bench. I don't know who I want it to be. I don't know if I want it to be anyone. I don't feel like anyone's missing. Wiles has been slightly better than Voigt, but yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for that. Borough, welcome to your nightmare. We're about to unleash an in-form Blair Sturrock. That's my plan now. We're going to get in-form Blair Sturrock, the kind of Blair Sturrock that takes teams to pieces for fun, rather than the one we see on other games where he doesn't show up. That's the plan as we go down by the Riverside, the old Selnet Riverside Stadium. It's not called that anymore. Selnet don't even exist anymore. But that was fun when they did. Are they still there? They are still there at the Riverside. Hardest football ground in the world to get to. Well, certainly in the UK to get to on foot. Absolutely the worst to get to on foot. I'm sure I've told this story on the channel before, but I used to live about a mile from the Riverside when I was at uni. And because there's no direct walking route from where I lived, right in the town centre, to the stadium, it was like an hour's walk to get to the ground. You had to go like all around the houses and bloody everywhere. So poorly. I don't know if they fixed that now, but it was so poorly designed. Mariners, welcome in. How are we? Congratulations on your excellent showing last night. Some would say both very nice and very evil. I'm not one of them, Hausen, but, you know. I'm good, thank you. I am good, yeah. Just trying to chip away at these last few games. No, sadly not. We just drew to Lincoln, or drew with Lincoln, I should say. And Middlesbrough have got to the top of the table. We do have a game in hand over them, but we do need to beat them today to have any chance of going back top in the near future, I would suggest. So they're currently 5 points ahead of us, I believe. Yeah, 5 points ahead of us, but we do have a game in hand over them, which I think is the game that comes up next against Bournemouth. They are fun. There was some good writing in the community stream last night. I was very impressed. I didn't feel woefully inadequate at all. So that was good. Did not feel out of my depth at all in the room with writers of that quality. I'm sure it's completely normal. This is why I'm not part of any writers groups. I just don't like feeling like I'm not as good as people. Right? If I wanted to feel like I wasn't as good as other people, I'd talk to my parents more. Wilson on, yeah, and I think Hassop is going to come in. I think we'll take Orrit off for Wiles. We'll take Farmer off for Carbone. Yeah, and I'll hold back a sub because I don't know if Ella Moore's going to come to life or not. Had a stinking chapter read, don't I mean, it wasn't either of last night's. It wasn't either of last night's works that stank though, so as far as I'm concerned, you're on 100% record. Yeah, so all about what people see. Oh, Mariners hits 3. Ah, Sitnik. I've deliberately pronounced that wrong, by the way. For anyone who speaks any of the Eastern European languages decides to get on me, I know that's not how that's pronounced. But I'm trying to behave. I say I'm trying to behave myself, but I will undoubtedly swear imminently. But that is pronounced the way you think it is. Right. This has been poor. We are in trouble now. We're really in trouble. In fact, we're going to tactic back to the Gegenpress. That's how poor we've been. And we're going to try and crush their dreams. Oh, mate, don't get me started on that bullshit. Fucking match fixing in Scotland. I've never seen such blatant match fixing in all of my life as I witnessed at lunchtime. Never seen such blatant match fixing. Like they weren't even trying to hide it. First, Celtic get a penalty that was never a penalty, and then they get a goal that was miles fucking offside given. They may as well have... Oh, and then they did a pitch invasion, which, by the letter of the law of the game, means the game should have been abandoned and the result awarded to Hearts, but the referee just decided he couldn't be asked to deal with it and ended the game. Absolutely fucking ridiculous, mate. It was so stupid. Yeah, so when the third goal went in, the Celtic fans invaded the pitch. The final whistle hadn't gone. The Hearts players were taken off the pitch for their own safety, and the referee randomly, and amongst all this, without the Hearts players even being on the field, decided to blow the final whistle, whilst the pitch was still covered in Celtic fans. I have never seen such incompetent refereeing, such blatant match fixing. And yet, we all know, because it favoured Celtic and thus meant the SFA are going to make more money next year, nothing will happen about it. It's just disgraceful. And the fact that Celtic have been awarded 2 phantom penalties this week. Like, if they hadn't been awarded that phantom penalty against Motherwell, they wouldn't even have been in the title fight today. There wouldn't have been anything for them to play for today. It's just such bullshit. And the thing is that I've been saying, I think, all season how much I've enjoyed watching the SPL this year. And now I never want to watch the SPL again. And a lot of people will have tuned into the SPL today because it was such a sort of once-in-a-lifetime chance for something cool to happen. Who are going to look at that, see the blatant match fixing, and just go, do you know what? Nah, I don't want to watch this again. So it's probably long-term actually harm Scottish football, all for the sake of someone at the SFA making a couple of extra quid off some European football rights money. Breathtaking. Breathtaking stupidity. Like, Celtic could have survived a year without a title, and the SFA, I have no doubt, could have financially survived a year without Celtic in the Champions League. But alas, Sky wants what they want and all that bollocks, so we had to fix the game for them. And I feel really, really bad for the Hearts fans who had to sit through that shit today. Because it was a joke. And not long after the phantom penalty, there was that moment where a Celtic player fell over on the edge of the Hearts box. And I was chuckling my tits off because that referee could not get that whistle in his mouth fast enough. If he put that whistle in his mouth any faster, he'd have fucking choked on it. And it was a clean tackle. Absolute joke. Absolute joke of a game. Oh, the ball boy as well. Like, honestly, I say this wholeheartedly. After what I witnessed today, fuck Celtic, fuck Scottish football, and fuck all the people involved. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgraceful shit that I witnessed. Like, that shit needs investigating. Unfortunately, there's no one to investigate it because you'd have to report it to UEFA, and let's face it, UEFA basically invented football corruption, so I don't know what you're supposed to do about it. Anyway, I had some feelings about that game. I don't know if that was obvious, but I had a couple of feelings about that game. Just the odd feeling. Right, Bournemouth. We need to beat Bournemouth. I am very convinced we are heading for the playoffs. very convinced we're heading for the playoffs, but I could be about to do a Holloway. I could be about to do an Ian Holloway and bottle the playoffs as well. That's it, all of that for them to get 2 points in 8 Champions League games against Ludogorets and Slovan Bratislava. Indeed, a Holloway. That's what we're going to officially call it now, as a Holloway. How you can be 5 fucking points clear in August and not make the playoffs in May is beyond me. It's criminal. That's what happens when you have a chairman at the club with no balls, because I'd have fired him immediately after the game. He'd have been sacked before he managed to run and hide from the media. Which, by the way, utter disgrace to the man. There's a rule, it's not a rule a lot of fans know about, but there's a rule that says that in the AFL, the managers must complete their media commitments within an hour of the final whistle, and he didn't speak to BBC Wiltshire until nearly 3 hours after the game. Fucking unprofessional. Just unprofessional. So I'm at a point now where I'm just at, fuck that slaphead prick, I hope he leaves. I will carry him on my back to any club that wants to appoint him as manager in the summer. Because I don't want him at my club anymore. I'm just done with him. I don't know how he still has a job. Maybe. Might have been Warsaw. But the thing is, like, I think when it happened to Walsall, they had reasonable excuses. I think they had like quite a big injury list, and a bunch of their loanees got recalled, and you know there were genuine footballing reasons for it. The reason our season collapsed is because our captain shoved his finger up a player's arse in the middle of a game, got suspended for 8 games, and then spent another 8 games injured. And then because he wasn't punished for it, the dressing room have turned against the manager. And because the assistant manager basically said, like, look, we should have punished him for that rather than just pretending it didn't happen, he then got sacked at the end of the season. Absolute jokes of stuff. Tactic, welcome in. How are you, bud? I'm good, thank you. If you're not already following Tactic, guys, another incredible and new FM streamer to the world, please do go check Tactic out. Good people, new to our community and very much deserving of the love. I am going to boldly predict the next Robbo. The next big Robbo is what we're looking at with Tactic. That's all I'm saying. Get on the train early. Otherwise it won't leave without you. That's not how this works. But, you know, it will, I don't know, you'll just sound like a hipster. I was there before this was popular. Whatever bullshit. Basically, good guy and lots of potential to be a really, really big streamer. Which, you know, we hope is a prediction that gets remembered down the line when Tactics challenging Zealand's numbers. That's all I'm saying. I just hope it gets remembered, but I have to put that energy out into the universe. I also would really like it if we could stop losing. We are utterly throwing this title race away. We're utterly bottling it. We are not going to do a Holloway. We are Hollowaying this so badly that it's genuinely painful. We'll send in Messias. We'll send in Cassup. I am shit out of ideas of how to turn this game around. I'll be honest, I'm completely out of ideas. Wouldn't I like to know? I'm confused. confused. We could actually Holloway this. We're only 3 points from 7th. We're only 3 points from 7th, and I've got a horrible feeling we are going to Holloway it. Oh. I must have blocked that out of my mind because he's traumatised me so much this year with his absolute fucking incompetent nonsense. Never wanted a football manager sacked so badly in my life, and I've been through a lot of terrible Swindon managers. I'm a Swindon fan, but like having suffered through the horrors that were Jody fucking Morris, who was awful, Mark Kennedy, who should have been hung in the town square, 2 spells with Andy King in charge, whose soul, I don't like to speak ill of the dead, but Andy King's entire recruitment method was, oh, do Everton have any 15-year-olds released this year? Can I sign all the Everton youngsters, please? Thanks. That was all he ever did. Fucking clown. Kevin McDonald, completely fucking useless, somehow took a team that was absolutely pissing League One and fucked it up. Didn't have to change anything. Still fucked it up. We've had some clowns, and Holloway's among the worst. I want him gone so badly. So badly. Like, I would honestly rather have professional racist Joey Barton in charge at this point. Which is saying something, because he's both a professional racist and a fucking awful manager. Like, come on guys, let's have a go. Not on the Christmas Cup, what, Joey Barton? No, fuck him. Oh, Holloway? No, fuck no. No. Clueless. Absolutely no management skills whatsoever. Just the Emperor's new fucking clothes. Hindo, welcome in. Oh, don't get me started on that bullshit today. Fucking match fixing bullshit. I'm good, mate. How are you? Absolute match fixing bullshit I sat and watched at lunchtime. I've already had one rant about it. You can drop a link to your tick-tockity top tickety top tick tock down with the kids, whatever the hip hop. See that? You didn't. That was going anywhere, and then it turned into bars. I know what I'm doing. Oh, mate, I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming the second the penalty that was given against Motherwell. But I also knew it was happening the second the penalty that was given today. Well, hang on, I've got to put sound on for this. One sec. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. In the same. Yep. Yeah. Sorry, I was because I haven't got my headphones nearby. Um, I didn't know it was in the TikTok. The SFA apologised for the penalty they should have had against Motherwell. Jesus. Yes. Also, I think we should officially get you commentating on the Sky Sports coverage of the SPL because they were trying so fucking hard to cover up the match fixing, and absolutely nobody bought it. Nobody bought it. Like, did you? Some would say I've maybe been a bit too honest on Twitter today. Some might say I've been a bit too honest on Twitter today. Oh, hang on. Hearts have released a club statement on the events at Celtic Park. Let's have a little look at this together, shall we? Let's have a little look at this together. See if anything good happened in it. Hearts condemned the shameful scenes at Celtic, which once again embarrassed Scottish football. Reports of serious physical and verbal abuse towards our players and staff, both on the pitch and elsewhere, deeply disturbing. We're investigating this fully. We're in dialogue with Police Scotland. We'll make no further comment at this time other than to say that it's completely unacceptable that our players and staff are put in that situation. Given the menacing and threatening atmosphere inside the stadium, our entire staff had no alternative but to leave immediately without undertaking post-match media duties. Apologies to the media partners, blah 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 blah. The pitch invasion caused a chaotic end and nobody seemed to know whether or not the match had been brought to a finish. Our players were then denied the opportunity to thank our magnificent fans, sensational to a person, for their backing this afternoon all season. We expect the strongest action possible to be taken by the footballing authorities in the interest of protecting the safety of players and supporters and the integrity of our game. This season has seen Hearts capture the imagination of football fans, not only in Scotland but the world over. Pay tribute to Derek McInnes, his staff, the first team, and the supporters who've done the club proud, blah, 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 blah. You know all the bollocks that's happening there. Good stuff. That's not what I was going for. I was going for Twitch. For Twitter. Twatter. Right, so, just to, I'm not saying I was maybe, I might do, in a sec, kind of, yeah, I'm not going to say that I was... Oh, look, the Nazi Party rally. I'm not saying I might have been live tweeting the game or anything. But you can see the levels of commentary I was dealing with. My disdain for it was a bit high. For example, the league was more fixed than Serie A in the 90s. Because it was never a penalty. The ref getting sacked in the morning because the Celtic player fell over in the box under minimal contact. Didn't give him a penalty and send off half the Hearts team because that was how it was going. My favourite moment of the entire game was when the commentator goes, it's all pointing towards a thick chunk of stoppage time. We'd figured that out because Celtic weren't winning. So, you know. Anyway. And then I made a bunch of references to the Scottish Match Fixing Association and all sorts of... Anyway, let's go back to FM, because that's kind of an FM thing to be doing, rather than me talking through Twitter that you can see yourself, because it's not like Twitter's fucking hidden, is it? Anyway, goals, games, call that for international duty, beautiful stuff, love it. Oh, Mwamba's injured. I guess I'll have to play Banks then, and then I'll put... Voigt on the bench. I can't put Voigt on the bench. Facida on the bench then. That seems fairly straightforward. Young Facida on the bench. Not super impressed by Isla so far, so we'll try Rondero as our backup striker, shall we? Just see how he does. Because Isla is looking like a non-starter. Which is, I'm not expecting him to like pull out miracles, but I'd like to see a bit more graft than a 6.6 average rating or 6.5 average rating. out of the lad whilst we're in a fight. Let's drop Taylor for Wilson. I don't know why I started with Taylor last time. Anyway, we're going to put Wilson in. Let's start the game. Let's do that before I get too impassioned. Oh, the Phillies beat the Pittsburgh Pirates. It's quite a game, 6-0. Right, let's fix our shit, guys, because we've not been good enough. Fix our shit and start getting some results before this becomes embarrassing. Why has it been hard? Because they've not tried hard enough. Absolutely. Thanks, Beatrice. Bye. We're at Loftus Road. Good. It's a local derby and they're wearing the same colour kit as us, which definitely won't get confusing, I promise. That won't confuse me in the slightest. We're 9 points adrift of the title now. It's such a joke. Oh, we got very lucky there, because that should have been a goal. Ray to Ella Moore to Ray again. Forward to Banks. Beats... Oh, doesn't beat Stanton. Doesn't beat Stanton. And now... It's 1-0. It's not 1-0. It should have been 1-0. Right, come on, guys. Someone score and goal, please. I'm going to turn off shooting from distance. Feels like the right thing to do early. And if we could maybe, just maybe, just a little bit, do and football, yeah. That's what I was going to say, do and football. I don't know why we're on such terrible form right now. There's no good reason for it. Like, is there an argument we were possibly flying too close to the sun? Maybe, but we're absolutely smashing every metric. We just seem to be chucking this away. What's that defending? What the fuck have I just witnessed? Someone explain what I just witnessed. Because I don't understand how this has happened. So neither Banks nor Powell got to a ball that was very close to Powell. Then Powell's just watched, apparently, Stuart Downing run past him. And our goalkeeper's done fuck all to try and stop it. And I just don't understand what I'm witnessing right now. And it's absolute crap. That's just crap. I'm witnessing crap. And there's no need for it. Statues, yeah. Absolute crap, that defending. And it just doesn't make sense that we've just decided to start bottling this now. All we had to do was keep winning and we'd have stayed top of the table for the rest of the season and we'd have been golden. But instead, we've just gone, oh, that's what the top looks like. How about we fuck this up entirely? Come on, someone ball forward. For fuck's sake. 2-0. Utter shit. That was utter shit all round. Right, Powell, get the fuck off my pitch, mate. Just get off my pitch. I'm done with you today. And you, Banks, you can both get off before you fuck this up anymore. That's it. 5 steps from the Everest Peak, deciding to take the sled for a spin. That's the one. That is the one. And yeah, I've just made substitutions Mourinho style inside the first half an hour because that's how disappointed I am in what I've been witnessing. Will Farmer finally steps up. Good. Good. We're back on terms and I've got rid of the 2 defenders who were irritating me because they were crap. That's one set of problems solved. The next set of problems to solve is that our wingers are doing nothing. Louis Ray has done fuck all since coming back from injury, and he was our best player in the first half of the season. It doesn't make any sense. It's like he got injured, and somehow had some kind of debilitating brain injury and forgot how to use his feet. Two-one. Oh no, Orit's defending. Alright, let's not panic. Orit is defending. That's fine. Let's encourage them. Maybe we can turn this around. There's a small chance. A really tiny chance that we can turn this around. As long as no one gives the ball away in a really stupid position again. Fasida's so old he's retiring at the end of the season, by the way. Matteo Irasoki's put us ahead. But yeah, the fact I've had to send on a defender who is 34 years old and retiring at the end of the season, having not been able to get in the squad all season, is a little bit terrifying. Well, I'm glad we're ahead, but we shouldn't have had to make those changes. Right, you two, you were garbage, so you can have a telling off. Wilson, sort your life out. Rest of you, don't fuck it up. Whatever frame of mind you guys were in, don't stay in it. Keep going and we'll grab these guys and just tell them to keep going as well. Good, keep on trucking, lads. Let's go second half to try and make something happen. I'm going to have to take O'Neill off before the end of the game because he's knackered as well. There's no reason it should be a thing that's happening, but he's knackered. Well, it's the point where I'm starting to think I probably shouldn't have sent him out for the second half, but... Oh, fuck's sake. Alright. You can get off. You can get off. And frankly, you can get off too, Louis, because you've been garbage. Doing Dynamite at the Hydro again. Ooh. It was offside. It's fine. It's fine. I kind of saw it was offside, but also, frankly, they should never have got in a position to be offside. There was some disastrous stuff happening. But yeah, I saw they were doing Dynamite at the Hydro. They're probably doing a show in Cardiff again this year, but I won't be going to it. I was supposed to go this year, and I gave the tickets away in the end because I just couldn't put myself through it. Like, I didn't pay for the tickets. Don't worry, I wouldn't pay to watch AEW. I'm not mental. My sister works at the arena and she got me free tickets. I was like, you can give them away to anyone you want to, because I would rather fucking stick needles through my eyes than watch that shit. But, you know, in a thanks kind of way. Why? Why? Why is that happening now? We may as well not bother. We may as well have not bothered. If it's not our team being completely incompetent, it's people getting... Why is Cassup a striker now? Did anyone see me move Cassup up to be a striker? I didn't do that. I think anyone saw me do that. I think I just made a decision to play without a striker, but the game has decided that I in fact wanted to play with a striker. What is this bullshit? What, did anyone see me do that? Did anyone see me put Cassup there? Why is he there? Like, what is that stupid fucking bug about? You gave me the option of making a tactical change because I had a striker injured. I didn't put anyone there because I didn't want to. And you just dump a guy there anyway. Like, they're both on inside forward and we play through the middle. What do I need to put a striker on for? They'll both naturally become strikers and cover the wings. Right, let's praise them and hope they can see this one out without any further nonsense. Why do you keep waving up it? Just throw someone the ball, Shaheen. Jesus. Right, come on, Blair. Here we go. Here's the equaliser. Okay, imagine going to 7 at the back against 10 men. Imagine seeing us go down to 10 men and playing 7 at the back. Lads, you're mid-table with a very outside chance of making the playoffs. You'd be fuming as a QPR fan. You'd be furious if you'd just seen that happen. Like, QPR are realistically, what? 9 points off the playoffs? And they've gone defensive against 10 men. Make it make sense. It's among the more ridiculous things I've ever witnessed happen on FM. It's among the more mental things. But there she goes. Sure. Yeah. Thanks, Archie. Great talk. We're very much chasing second. Irasaki, blah, blah, blah. Right, how long's Hamada Elamore out for? Please not the rest of the season. Oh, it's 2 weeks. It's not ideal, but it's better than forever. It is better than forever. Right, you can have 2 days off. And I guess we're going to try Isla as a striker. I think. No, I'm going to start Rondero. I'm going to start Rondero. That's the plan. Right, I'll be back in just a second for the Charlton Athletic game. Okay, right. Charlton, this is our game in hand. Lovely, alright. A win today could put us back into second and maybe the season's not a disaster. Maybe. What have we done? We've finished mid-table in the Championship, I guess is what's happened. I don't know. I guess that's what they're happy about. Yeah, sounds about right. Good. Let's do this then. We seem to have a full team. We seem to be okay. Yeah, why not? Right. See if Rondero is a goal-scoring man, shall we? Oh, let's put Blair Sturrock on the right wing. That's a good idea. Then we'll see if Rondero is a goal-scoring man. Since we done got them green relationships. Not me just closing the wrong Chrome window. Let's bring that one back, please. Good. Need a West Ham win to keep the Spurs relegation dream alive. We can always hope. Millwall move up to 3rd position. Okay, cool. Don't know why it said that before the game, but you know what? If that's actually what happens, I'm not going to question it. Talk to the media. Yes. Thanks. Good. Cheers, guys. Lovely. Let's go. We're playing the early. We've got the lunchtime kickoff. Surely not. I'm sure this is the game in hand. It doesn't matter. As long as we win it, it doesn't really matter when they play. So, let's just win. Winning puts us above Sheffield United. And we can try and sneak in to the Premier League as the 2nd best team in the Championship. Hey, Liam, welcome in. I'm good, thank you. How are you? Come on, goals, please. Goals, please. Oh, Blair Sturrock. We've got the good Blair Sturrock today. Panic not, guys. The good Blair Sturrock has turned up against Charlton. We've got the good Blair Sturrock, not the lazy Blair Sturrock. Selma Blair, not the Blair Witch. That's where we're at. It's Selma Blair, not the Blair Witch. Thoughts on the Celtic game, Liam? I think the best answers that I can give you without repeating the same rant I've had 3 times tonight already is maybe have a little look at my Twitter timeline. I may have been live tweeting during the game. I had some thoughts. Mostly about match fixing. Rules do not fucking apply to Celtic. Absolute scammy bullshit. Such a joke. I like to do it so blatantly when they had to have known that was going to be the biggest Sky TV audience that the SPL got all season. Why are we doing this now? Right. Yeah, they had to know it was going to be the biggest audience the SPL was going to get all season. Like, there'll have been casual Premier League fans watching that game. Just half of Britain would have been watching that game because there was no other football on. and it was a massive match, and to blatantly match fix is insane to me. Like, all it's done is made everyone south of the border who doesn't normally watch the Premier League sit down and go, do you know what? It is a Farmers League. That was Sunday League bullshit. Evening, Red Star. Welcome in. How are we? Right, we really have to get on the goal. What's wrong with O'Neill? Is he broken, or has he just had a stamina crushing experience? He seems to be tiring very early in games, and I don't know why that would be. Welcome back, Hindo. So we were just once again dissecting the match-fixing incident. Southampton versus Celtic for a pre-season trophy. I mean, they wouldn't know how to bend the rules enough to finish the game, would they? Celtic could get 97 penalties given for them if you let them pick their own referee like they did today. And Southampton might have to find the money to send RDF up to Scotland. That's true. To be fair, I think I've said very similar. I was just saying. I'm sure you'd be of a similar opinion on this, mate. I was just saying that on a day like today as well, where there's no Premier League down south, so a lot of fans of Premier League teams, of EFL teams, will have been watching that, not just because it was a big game, but because it was the only football on. It will have had the biggest TV audience that the SPL has probably had in years, and to pull off such blatant match-fixing bullshit like that with an audience that you could have converted to Scottish football by letting the game play out and just be a really good game just seems like the most stupid idea anyone's ever had. Oh yeah, the old firm does, but like, can you imagine how much more serious, like, can you imagine how many people who would normally not watch the SPL, who were just watching because they were bored today, would have maybe given it a go next season if they just let them have a proper game of football, winner take all, fairy tale ending or not, rather than blatantly fixing the game. Because it's been such a good season in the SPL right up until the end. Like, the SPL, until it was blighted by today's game and the Celtic Motherwell game, has arguably been the most exciting league in the world this season. And it's just... it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's okay, you can decline to answer. Yeah, Hearts have worked their arse off for that. They've been the best team in the SPL all season. By far. And the SFA have shit the bed and given them two of the most dubious penalties you'll ever see in the space of a week. Because they couldn't bear to not have Scotland represented by a Glasgow club in the Champions League. Potentially, because there's some consternation about whether or not Scotland are getting one or two places in the Champions League next year. Frankly, after that match-fixing bollocks today, I think they should get 0, but... where in Scotland is Ireland? Whoa! You sure you don't want to chuck a few more landmines out? I'm going to put Taylor on in midfield. I know it's wild, but I'm going to put Taylor on in midfield. I think he can possibly help us out here. Feels like a Taylor game. We're up into second, chat. We're up into second. We're back in it. We've gone from top to 7 points off the top, but We're still second, so at least we haven't completely won it. Yeah, go on, drop the honest opinion. Do it. As Cassop does some magic. Fuck's sake. That was the most predictably Connor Cassop thing that's ever happened. As soon as I said, as Cassop does some magic, my bro went, he's going to hit the post. He's going to hit the post. It was just too obvious that one-on-one he'd fuck that up. It destroyed all the integrity Scottish football has, but the circus at Ackers and the SO trying to murder us, Doncaster saying in January we haven't had a final say decider in... Yeah. And that's what I've been saying on Twitter all day, mate, is this is any credibility that Scottish football might have managed to rebuild this season for being a great league has been pissed away in the last 2 rounds of games. Yeah, that was it. They've thrown away all the goodwill they could have got. And the thing is, right, what they could have done, what they could have done today, they could have had a great one-on-one shootout today. Let the chips fall as it may without trying to manipulate the result or give away cheap fucking penalties or give offside goals or whatever. Just let the game play out like a properly run game of football, a professional game of football today. And then what they could have done without all of this, like... Because now social media is just full of that was clearly fucking fixed, right? Social media now is just full of football fans from all over the world going that was clearly fucking fixed. The clubs in Scotland could have taken the TV ratings, taken the good response they would have had to this season, and shown all of that to sponsors and things all over the world and gone, look, people genuinely loved this season, and when the game is good, when the league is competitive, we can get this audience in, give us some fucking money, and they've bottled that. They've thrown that away. Like they think they've been clever by lining their pockets for another year by sending Celtic to the Champions League, and what they've probably done is cost every club in the SPL £1 million. I know you can open your mouth as much as you wish. You go for it. I hope they get destroyed in Europe too, but. Yeah, I would love to see an analysis of what the match fixing by the SFA over the last week or so has cost SPL clubs in sponsorship revenue. I would fucking love to see that report. I bet it's $1 million plus per club. I bet it's $1 million plus per club. And if someone put that report together and showed it to the media, heads would fucking roll at the SFA. Red Star was glad the Big Two didn't finish 1-2. Her Rangers sat Danny Roll. Fair. Catholic religion teaches the Catholic schools Celtic fans should not be refereeing Celtic games. It's very true. Also true. Yeah. I was surprised, and I understand why it didn't happen. Because the SFA fucking loves match fixing. That's why it didn't happen. But I don't understand why, with what was at stake, if you didn't intend to fix the game, and if we're gonna assume they didn't intend to fix it. Let's for a second let's pretend the SFA had no interest in this game being fixed. Why wouldn't you call up the English FA and ask to borrow a Premier League referee? Why wouldn't you ask to borrow a Premier League referee for this game so there were never any question of the integrity of the referee? Oh, I'm sure it wasn't better in the FA Cup final, but yeah. Robert Falzarel for the Celtic penalty, yeah. Both games being abandoned, yeah. Mate, you're not wrong. You are not wrong at all. Well, yeah, they will be raging, and it has been a farmers' league. Aki's stayed up. That's what we like to hear. That's the biggest news of the day. Um, but yeah, this is the thing. There's now no pushback for anyone to claim it's not a farmers' league after that shit today. Because if you said to me, "Oh, you can't say the SPL is a farmers' league," I can now just go Celtic versus Hearts 2026. Excuse me. And there's no real comeback to that. I mean, it's true, but then, let's be honest, most English Premier League players are fucking awful. It's really hard to win a league or to perform well in a league where you get kicked in the head for diving. Right, we've got youth intake anyway. Does anyone want youth players? We've got this fella, Adam Cumming. He's got hands. He's a 5'11" goalkeeper though. I mean, you're not wrong. But I think there's Farmers League in terms of quality, and there's Farmers League in terms of administration. It's true, corruption is corruption. Oh mate, don't get me started on the English Premier League. Fuck that shit. Manchester City are currently up for 116 charges, but luckily for them, they'll never be heard. So, in fact, if you could just forget they happened, because the Premier League would really like it if we all forgot about the 116 charges against Manchester City. If we could just all, forget that Manchester City have been cheating for the last 18 years, that'd be amazing. So can we just forget the cheating, forget they've never respected financial fair play, forget that the FA didn't want you to know that had happened, and they're really, really sorry you found out. Because the thing they're most sorry about is that they got caught. That would be great. If we could all just forget any of that happened, that'd be fantastic. Don't get me started on Chelsea and Abramovich. All that money was supposed to be given to Ukraine and suddenly mysteriously hasn't been. Which is both a fuck the FA and fuck Keir Starmer thing. Chairman saw best players couldn't pay wages, he walked away scot-free. Yep. If I had a quid for every Swindon chairman over the years who's fucking robbed the club blind and walked away scot-free. You know? It's honestly a massive joke. All of football at the moment is a joke, but this is why people are always surprised when I say this is why. For some reason, people are surprised when I say, I don't really watch football very often. I just play Football Manager. I enjoy Football Manager. I don't enjoy football anymore. It's because of shit like this. 56 points deducted in 2 seasons is too many. Dave Fonchan Syria ruined the club. Glad he's not got a fucking penny from the sale. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it does wind me up that football has got into this state. My My favourite thing I've seen that's going to ruin football for the summer, aside from the World Cup being in the US, is that apparently any team that walks off the pitch for any reason is going to automatically lose 3-0. So that basically means what they've said is all those fucking rednecks can racially abuse anyone they like, and if they get upset about it and walk off the pitch, they're going to lose the game as well. They've basically just gone, do you know what? Be as racist as you like, you Yankee fucks. You crack on, because we don't care. Pay us some money, bitch. Currently, actually, Bill still speak. Guy killed us, the rat bastard. Frozen out, had the assets transferred for £1. So one of the admin team is a fan of the club. Hopefully, we're on our way back again. Good. Tried to get us fucked by a loan shark. A loan shark got scared of big bad lawyers. Good. We're off to bed. Fair enough, mate. Have a good night, Hindo. Rest easy, my friend. And if you can't rest easy, drink beer till you pass out. That's terrible advice. That was probably terrible advice. That is factual. There you go. See, it's a good day to be an Accies fan, but a bad day for Scottish football in general. I genuinely read that as fuck the sea for a second. I was very confused. Like, what's the sea done? And I read it properly. What did the sea do? Ooh. Next gen list. That's okay. We're okay. It's just the auto mod isn't. I need to find out how to whitelist it because, frankly, we've got too many Scots to not have it whitelisted. 100k engagement on Twitter? Jesus. You're not verge of becoming working class hero, son. That's alright. It's more just a case of we have a lot of Scots that pop into chat. I should have found a way to whitelist it by now, because it's basically Scottish punctuation. And that's also true. But I've got no money. If you're wondering why I'm just right-clicking on these guys, I've got no money. I'm just hoping one of them will be out of contract in the summer so I can snuffle them up. Because I don't think there's a way to access the next gen list after this email. Tangerine toddler, fair. If anyone knows that, oh wait, you can access this list after the email gets swallowed up, do let me know, because there are probably players on this list I want, but I just don't have any transfer money. Does cry when he doesn't get his own way. One of these guys to be out of contract. Come on, they can't have secured them all down. Nobody's that diligent. Slash, one of them must have thrown a tantrum by now. Like that fella. Hello, Josway. Where's a nappy needs supervised 24/7? To be fair, even if he doesn't wear a nappy, most of his sexual partners do. No, mate. That was controversial, wasn't it? Too soon's never bothered him before. Why would it bother him now? Come on, you got to think it through. Indeed, indeed. Have a good night, mate. people approaching retirement. I don't know who Gary Hemans is. Oh, he's a physio. Do you know what? I think we'll survive. The other two might be harder to... Goal of the month. Will Farmer got goal of the month. What a boy. What a lad. Clubs in England set to release youth players. Well, Bangor isn't in England. Sure, we'll have a look at all of them. Bayer's not in England either, just for the record. That's very much in Brazil. But we'll have a look at this whole list. I enjoy the fact there's a Cambodian player on that list. It's a rare one, isn't it? A Cambodian footballer, Cambodianing around England. I'm pretty sure Cambodianing isn't a verb. Might also be racist, it's possible. Right, there we go. Did I get nominated for manager? I bet I didn't even get nominated for manager of the month. Oh no, I did. I got third. I don't know how, because that last month's been garbage. It's been thoroughly atrocious. Well, let's have a look at some of these then. One of them's got to be not bad. I hope it's the Cambodian fella, because that'd be fun. Would be fun to have a Cambodian striker. Any striker that knows how to score goals consistently. Right, let's have a look. Spencer. Nope. Bochi. Nope. Sostrin. Oh, sadly no. Maybe. Also maybe. We'll see how they cook up. I think we're going to see how these guys cook up. Maybe they'll turn out alright. Anyone that shows me big boy potential has a chance to get a contract. Also, the Bayern job might be about to become available. That's what I thought. If the Bayern job becomes available, I would apply and be like, I'll take that at the end of the season. Oh, hello. Okay, we're going to apply for the Sporting job. But I'm not going to take any job until the end of the season at the earliest. It just feels like it needs to have company to do exactly. Feels like that's too good a job to turn down. Sporting Club do Portugal. There's no one else is like a step. I mean, Tottenham would be a step up. As rare as it is to be able to say that, Tottenham would be a step up. A rich athletic Bill. Oh, I mean, to be fair, I say that a rich athletic Bilbao side still not much good to us because you can't buy any players. There's no one else like jumping out at me, I'll be honest. Nobody else jumping out at me as being like they're a step up. Palmeiras would be, but they're nowhere near sacking their gaffer yet. Oh no, our application for the job at Sporting was already unsuccessful. What a shame. What a shame. Right, let's go beat Lincoln this time. And then we can be in an FA Cup semi-final. A trip to Wembley on the line. Oh, Ella Moore is back. What a boy. Oh, that international break might actually have really helped us. Let's see if he's actually cleared to play. But that has prevented us having to play more than one game without our best striker. Right. Let's do that then. See if Charlton have beaten Palace in extra time. International break is good for getting recovery, and it's true. Partial pass for Hamda Alamore. What kind of partial pass? 75 minutes, I think. We'll start him, but with half an eye on Rondero coming off the bench later on. And I've kind of got to risk people getting booked. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get to the semi-final. We're going to Wembley. We're going to Wembley. We're going to Wembley. And now you're gonna believe us. Now you're gonna believe us. Now you're gonna believe us. We're going to Wembley. We're going to Wembley. Premature. It's premature, we're not there yet. Let me calm down a second before we get too premature here. We aren't there yet. But we will be there in 90 minutes. Doesn't really have the same vibes when it's a semi-final either, but you take the wins you can get, and we're still a championship side. The fact we've got to the quarter-final, we're playing a championship side, a fellow championship side, I don't think is that bad. Especially because we already know there's at least one other championship side in the semi-finals. We already know that Charlton have qualified. And we know we can beat Charlton. So, if we can beat Lincoln and then draw Charlton in the semi-final, we're going to the FA Cup final, which, you know, it could be European football next season either way. Just throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there. It's just what we do. We just believe. Al Mutairi making the big boy saves. I'd quite like Ndong in goal, but unfortunately he doesn't exist in this universe. Which is a shame. Inazoki though does exist. Ray through to Ella Moore. We've got a corner. We won't see it. Don't get excited. It's not going to be a thing we get to witness because corners don't lead to goals anymore, apparently. So, that's okay. This has not been the most exciting game of football I've ever witnessed so far. Which I wouldn't be against if it finishes 1-0 in our favour, obviously. But, like, as a viewer, it's a bit naff. Please don't get sent off, Louis. Right, Powell to Banksy to Ray again. Go on, be the old Louis Ray. Be the old Louis Ray we came to love at the start of the season. Alamore's through. Hamda Alamore has just chipped the goalkeeper. We are going to Wembley. Very possibly twice. Very possibly twice. This was cheeky. just chipping it over the goalkeeper. It's Griff Rhys-Jones in goal as well, which makes life, you know, that little bit sweeter. But yeah, Championship Charlton have already booked their place in the semis, knocking out Palace. I didn't see the other half of the draw. It doesn't much matter. Right, Ellamore in the box again. Well, make it 2. Make it 2. Let's do a big win. We haven't done a big win on this stream yet. And considering we're doing like 7-1s earlier in the season. Will Farmer steps up. Good boy, Will Farmer. Scotty Banks is tired already, but it's to be expected. He does do a lot of our attacking play. What a Cruyff turn, by the way. Sent 2 lads packing and then spotted Will Farmer just waiting. This is much better than last time we played Lincoln. This is much, much better than last time we played Lincoln. Like, if we can smash them and properly demoralise them for the rest of the campaign. That's all I'm saying. You either win on the pitch or you win in the mind. And if we can win in the mind, I'll be fine with that. Come on, let's... Defence? Alright, it's fine. It's fine. Sam Powell just took a corner instead. Please, what a number of shots we've taken so far. Back out there, boys. Back out there, please. Pretty sure Banksy's not finishing this game, I'll be honest. I mean, the trouble is that Louis Ray's the most obvious replacement at left back, but also he's booked. I don't want him to fly in with a bad tackle somewhere. So if we could just get a couple more goals and secure this before I have to make changes, that would be really nice. That would be really, really lovely. Excellent. Great camera angle. O'Neill, Farmer, Sturrock into the box. Farmer out now to Banks. Can Scott Banks do more magic? He's into the box again. He cuts it back for Louis Ray. And it's 3-0. And I'm going to officially say it now. We're going to Wembley. We're going to Wembley. And now you're going to believe us. Now you're going to believe us. Now you're going to believe us. We're going to Wembley. We're going to Wembley. We're going to Wembley. And now you're going to believe us. As now you're gonna believe us. Now you're gonna believe us. We're going to Wembley. We're going to Wembley. We're going to Wembley. Right. Hold back a sub in case I need to replace someone later. We've taken away our red card risks. We've taken away our tired players. We're just gonna let this one ride out. Ride out into the sunset. Oh, the DC United game's kicked off. Lovely. Cassup. Oh, we've got a corner. All the MLS games are kicking off. Lovely. Ooh, okay, we've let's not worry too. Oh, Will Farmer's tiring. Will Farmer's tiring. That's a great time to send in Gonzalo Messias. Oh, Will Farmer might make me change my mind on that. He didn't make me change my mind on that sub. I was like, if he was on a hat trick, we might have to revisit that decision. But we don't need to revisit that decision. All of our goal scorers have come off now. Which some people would say was an error, but I'd say means they've done enough to be rested at 3-0. There's 12 minutes to go. It would take something incredibly special from Lincoln to get back into this. And we're back on the attack. We're just doing what we do. Come on, ball forward. There we go. Cass up. Lovely. See if we can get Rondero on a score sheet, shall we? No, apparently not. We didn't get the penalty for that foul in the box either. Throw in though. Fasida's going to take it. To Irasaki. Back to Fasida. Irasaki again across. Shaheen. Alright, we're fine. We're fine. I'm fine. I am fine. Nothing bad has happened. Nothing bad has happened. Nothing bad will happen. Nothing bad can happen. We've done it all. We've got our way to Wembley. Everybody relax. Everybody relax. Just blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. That's all we need. Just blow the whistle. Ref. 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 You're going to cost us a clean sheet like that, are you? That clearly was not a valid attack for quite a while after that. I don't understand. I do understand how to praise my boys. Address the team. Nice work, everyone. That was good. And we are going to Wembley. Wembley. We're the mighty Millwall and we're going to Wembley. 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 We're the mighty Millwall and we're going to Wembley. Why was that part Australian, part Cockney? No idea. Couldn't you tell you? It was a GG's. GG's for that one. We were excellent. Thoroughly deserved it. The other two quarterfinals, by the way. An all-Premiership affair between West Brom and Liverpool. And Sunderland, who are 13th in the Premier League, versus Norwich, who are 6th in the Championship. So Charlton is the easiest draw we could get, followed by Norwich. Just want to check out. You ought to just get Liverpool now. I don't know why I attempted. We're going to get Liverpool. We're about to get Liverpool. Oh mate, oddly it does. It's a bit of a channel meme. That I tend to win a cup whenever I get promoted from the Championship. And we never seem to really understand why that happens. We just don't really understand why that happens so often. But if it does happen, it's usually the League Cup we do, but I'll take an FA Cup. I'm not against that. I am not against an FA Cup. Alright, Liverpool are through, Sunderland are through. So, one way or another, we're going to have to play Premier League opposition. But let's hope it's not in the semi-final. Let's get Premier League opposition in the final. Ideally Sunderland. But let's take Charlton now. Please. I didn't see a draw there, guys. Where was the draw? Well, that probably hasn't happened yet. Alright. Alright. What happened? We got Charlton in the semi-final. We could be going to Wembley twice. we could be going to Wembley twice and getting promoted. I don't want everyone to get too excited, but we could have 2 trophies this season. If we do 2 trophies, every other team in the world that might offer us a job can get fucked, because we're going to make Millwall the biggest club in the world. That's just going to be a thing that will happen. Like, is that a dangerous proposition? Probably. Don't know if we want to send that much violence out into the atmosphere. But, on the other hand, the other semi-final is Liverpool and Sunderland. So we've got Charlton, who are 16th in the Championship. And in the other semi-final, 3rd place Liverpool take on 13th place Sunderland. Realistically, Liverpool have nothing to play for because they're probably qualifying for the Champions League anyway, and big clubs don't care about the FA Cup. So it's not out of the realms of possibility that we get Sunderland. If Liverpool were to win the League Cup, it would add a conference... Oh! Red Star. I think if Liverpool win, we get the Europa League place. It's very possible we'd get the Europa League place if we lost the final to Liverpool. Ooh. This suddenly went from spicy to sexy. It's not there yet, but it's close. Right, let's go get this done. Second time on a European tour, yeah. Sending Millwall on a European tour. But I reckon I can build a team with whatever budget they give us that might just be able to win the Europa League. So largely because the Europa League's easy because it's full of teams from countries no one's ever heard of. Or full of teams no one's ever heard of from countries you rarely think about. You know what I mean? It's not like you're going to come against Bayern Munich in it, is it? You know? Not farm. I know they let the Scots in, but it's not for all farmers' leagues. Just mostly farmers' leagues. Right. Let's encourage the boys. Let's hope they've not got too cocky. Because I definitely haven't, so it's fine. I definitely haven't got cocky, and I'm definitely not expecting us now to win promotion to the Premier League. Ooh, off the wall, but Blair Sturrock's just been shoved. Come on, ref. Come on, referee. What are we doing? What are we doing, lads? Right, O'Neill. Big John O'Neill on the ball. It started well. Let's keep a league table. We don't see how the Luton players are performing. We're not making decisions based on how Luton are playing. Orrit. To Farmer. To Ellamore. To Ray. To Banks. Can we get the... Oh, we've got past him. Scott Banks has done a magic. Ray. To Ellamore. 12th goal of the season for Hamada Ellamore. And we are... huge. We are huge. We are doing what we do. We are winning what we win and binning and grinning and winning and binning and grinning. I'm winning. Mostly winning. We're mostly winning. We're back to our best. I don't know why I'm celebrating so heavily with this because Luton are 18th in the table with nothing really to play for. Like, it's not really going anywhere. But we're in second and we're currently, as things stand, 4 points clear of Lincoln. We may not have to concern ourselves with the playoffs as Matteo Irasocchi makes it to. There are, for context, just 4 games left to play after this one, so we won't win the title. Borough have got the title. Let's not get lofty ambitions. Borough have got the title. They're 7 points clear with 4 to play. But there's also only 12 points left on the table, and we're already four clear of Lincoln. We're 8 clear of Everton, so I think we need one more win under the right circumstances to guarantee playoffs at least. In fact, this might guarantee playoffs. Now, I've done the math. Oh no, it doesn't quite, because technically Bournemouth can still get 7 to 80 points. So it's not quite enough, but we've basically guaranteed the playoffs. And Hamada El Amour has just decided, you know what? I don't think we've done quite well enough with our 45 goal difference. Let's just keep racking them up. Is it keeper up front time? Not yet. Let's see how things look at half time. We're only 12.5 minutes in and we're 3-0 up. Let's see how things look at half time. But it might be keeper up front time. It might be chat makes the subs time, if I'm honest. If we get to 6, it might be chat makes the subs time. It does feel like we might be able to have a casual game of chat makes the subs. But let's get it into like a sensible place first. Like let's not risk tossing away a 3-0 lead. Because centre-back Stonemanship, very possibly. Although, to be fair, it is also Luton versus Millwall. There's a decent chance the centre-backs got deported by some coked-up paedophile who looks like Tommy Robinson. No, as I said, looks like, not is. You can't sue me for that. Clearly wouldn't be Tommy Robinson. We're in 2042. He's long dead at this point. Possibly from an overdose or some kind of prison accident. But we don't know. We don't know what happens. We just know he's probably no longer with us. Rest in pieces. Controversial? Possibly. But if you thought that was controversial, check his hard drive. I mean, anyway, Ray with a shot. Oh, Louis Ray. Louis Ray. He might have changed his name again. What has Louis Ray just done to Luton? What's he just done? Fuck me. That's disgusting. That's disgraceful. We're not even at half time yet. It's 4-0. It's not out of the question we could win the league, but we would need Middlesbrough to never pick up any more points and to win every remaining game. But it doesn't feel impossible either, does it? It doesn't feel impossible once we get into this sort of form. Like, I think we're going to get auto at least. I think we're going to get auto. Or does this keeper just not know where the top left-hand corner of his goal is? Because we keep popping shots off at the top left, the top right-hand corner of his goal, stage right. We just keep popping shots away at it. There's no one I need to yell at, so let's just send him back out there. Right, we're going to make changes on the hour mark, and if we're 6-0 up, for sure, we'll do a chat makes the subs. But I might decide that we do that anyway. But if we're 6-0 up for sure, that'll happen. Flute and score now, I might have to be a little bit more serious. Oh, John O'Neill just muscles a lad off the ball. Orrit to O'Neill, Farmer to El Amour, to Sturrock, back to El Amour again. Sturrock, through ball, Louis Ray. Oh. he's offside anyway. He's offside anyway. Any Ray? Who knows? Okay. Give it 10 more minutes. Just feels more sensible. Okay, great, we'll do it now. Right. Chat gets to make the subs. So, who do you want on for who? Yell them out in chat. The only caveat I'm putting out there is we have to leave Ella Moore on the pitch somewhere because he's on a hat-trick. You can put the keeper up front if you want, but we have to leave Ella Moore on the pitch somewhere. So we've got Sahino at right back. Any more for any more? Sturrock for Wilson. Oh, we're being sensible with these changes. All right. Cassop can do a job at centre-back for Orrit or Powell. Which one are we taking out? Orrit or Powell? To be fair, he can probably actually play centre-back. Powell. Alright, we're doing Powell out for Cassop. Not an animal. That's alright. Mariners will take care of the animal in all of us. 2 subs left to go. Wiles makes a good right back. Oh, good right winger. All right. We've already got Wilson coming on the right wing, but what if I send him on at left wing? All right. I'm going to put Louis Ray at left back, though, because he's on a good game, and I want to see what he can do. Right, now I know we want the keeper up top. Where do we want Ella Moore? DM. All right. So we've got Taylor, Broadley, Rondero, Facida, and Macias to come on. Should we send Gonzalo Macias on in goal? Because he's 5'8" and it'll be funny. Alright, that's that taken care of. I need to make sure I've got everyone else in the places I've put everyone else. Right, Wiles and Ray, swap those round. What's that for? There's too much decision between these roles in possession. What, goalkeeper and goalkeeper? I think you might be mistaken. They are the same position. Right. We're playing fast and loose with the football here. There is enough that if we get in trouble here, I could switch it back to something more sensible as well, which is the key thing. Like, if we start getting pumped, we can, in theory, switch it to something a bit more sensible. But we shouldn't need to. Keeper scores, we riot. Their keeper might score with a 5'8" goalkeeper. Oof. Messiah's actually... He literally is the Messiah. He's just made that save. Al-Mutairi gets brought down again. That's alright. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's perfectly sensible stuff. All the way. And Orrit has a free kick. He's pretty much the only full-time defender at the back. Bar Shaheen, I guess. Alright, that's hit the crossbar. We're definitely taking the mick. We're definitely taking the mick a little bit. But will we get a 5th goal? Have we just confused the match engine so much that nothing else can happen? Imagine if that was a mechanic we discovered in the game. We'd all be shithousing this for days. It's 4-0. And Al-Mutahiri hasn't embarrassed himself. To be fair, Cassett did alright at centre-half. So I guess we all learn things. Luton fans are seething like, absolutely, I'm going to get murdered by a Luton fan on the tube home. That's what's going to happen. I'll be at the tube station waiting to go home. Oh, touch nothing. I may have upset the players. I should read stuff, really. Twice, kept 2 clean sheets. Maybe. I don't... I think it just breaks the match engine. I think if you swap the goalkeeper with an outfield player, it just breaks the match engine. Maybe that's something I should test. I might do a test on it. Not on this save, obviously, but certainly a thing worth testing. Alright, we have Everton up next with 3 days in between. Yeah, 3 days in between. Which feels pretty good. So we'll do that. 3 days done. Let's go beat Everton. Everton, followed by Coventry, followed by Stoke, followed by Charlton Athletic at Wembley. I don't normally stream this late, but we're so close to the end of the season, I feel like we've got to finish it off. Feels like we have to get the job done. You know? Feels like we've got to get this job done. We're just 2 points clear. Just 2 points clear right now, but we're 2 points clear of absolute unending glorification of glory. So that's fine. That's perfectly normal. We just have to see this one through. The promised land, indeed. Millwall to the Premier League. I reckon we're gonna pull it off. I do think we're gonna pull this one off. But I'm also very glad we can't do a Holloway now. We cannot Holloway our way out of this. One way or another, we are going into the playoffs. It's Lincoln right behind us, but I think it's worth pointing out Everton in 5th are 8 points behind us. If we beat them today, we cannot finish lower than 4th. We cannot finish lower than 4th if we beat Everton. And of the teams around us, I think it's only Sheffield United we have to play. It is. It's only Sheffield United left to play. We've got Coventry, who are down here. And then, who was the other team? Stoke, who are 7th. Who are no threat to us whatsoever. So, like, when I say touching distance of the Premier League, we are not kidding. We are in touching distance of the Premier League. We just take it one game at a time. As the old cliche says, one game at a time and we'll be in the Premier League before anyone knows what happened. Pick up where you left off, lads. That's pretty good. Go make a difference. Score goals. So whatever happens, just get over the line. It's true. If I have to shithouse my way to this promotion, I'll do it. And obviously we have to be in a position to shithouse our way to this promotion, but I'd like it if we were. But like, if it comes down to the final day and we're 1-0 up, you do have to hold and give. And do it at the right time. You can go slow or fast, but just hold the line. Because love's got the world in motion now. Or indeed, has love got the world in Millwall now? We don't know. We're 3 points clear of Lincoln City. That's lovely. Are they not playing yet? They're not playing yet. I was like, that's too good to be true. They're not playing yet. They're playing Hull, who are bottom. It would become a HITC Sevens video if Millwall were to pull off a win against Lincoln. Line on our shirt, because I'm a Millwall fan. There we go. Because love's got the world in motion now. I have to see it through. Alright, tense. But it's half time and it's 0-0. I was having too much fun. Got to be serial now. Deadly serial now, guys. Deadly serial. This is important. Deadly serial. Great half, but it wasn't the half we needed. We needed Martin McCutcheon's playing up top for Everton. Need super duper serial. We're on like the most serial of serial. We're at like fucking Lucky Charms levels of serial right now. O'Neill on the ball, trying to be RJ1, does, great cross, oh, it's not headed in. New Day cereal, I don't know if we're at Bootio's. We could be at Booty if this goes badly. The Golden Grahams of cereal, Alright, it's fine. Nobody panic. I've got options in my options box here. Nobody needs to panic unless Everton score, in which case we could be in trouble. But if we score, then that's better. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk on the rules of football. Right, Irasoki's on the ball. This could be massive. Lays it off to Ellamore. Hamada Ellamore. He's sending us up. I actually haven't looked to see how much Hamada Ellamore costs, by the way. I haven't looked. I have no idea what it would cost to buy this lad. I should probably find out, because I probably want to keep him. But I don't know what he costs. I genuinely have no idea. And unfortunately, because it's FM26, we can't find out. Sell the den to pay for it, yeah. I really want to keep Al Mutairi too, but I'm very aware he's not really a Premier League goalkeeper. Like, it said he was a late developer, but I don't think he is. I think he just had a really good twilight season of his career. I don't think he'd be a goalkeeper I would want to play in the Premier League. Louis Ray sends it whistling over the bar. Let's replace some tired legs. And Banksy, because realistically, he's booked. Wiles can come on. Farmer off for the Messiah. Sturrock off for Wilson. And Ray off for A.O. Taylor. A.O. Taylor's been with us through thick and thin. 5 points in it for now. That's it. 5 points in it. 3 games left to play. As long as Lincoln lose, we're more or less over the line. We are more or less over the line. Facida to Taylor to Ellamore. Come on, let's make it 2-0. John O'Neill's on a marauding run. Go on, John. John O'Neill. It's only his third goal in 40 matches, but there are no words for how big this lad's been for the club. There are no words for how big this lad has been for the club. Cannot put into words how big he has been for the club. We don't have Barry Bannon, but we have Gonzalo Messias. He has literally played for us both here and at Cambridge. As has Jack Carbone. He was with us at Cambridge as well. We went to Scotland on our hollybobs for a year. We came back, immediately picked up Messias and Carbone to turn around the Millwall ship. And you can't say it's not paid off. It was almost 3-0 then. Cannot say that was not a bit of business that paid off. But yes, the Messiah comes off the bench when we need a saviour, but that's just the way it should be. Need a miracle, you call on the Messiah. That's basic Catholicism. We are looking good. We are looking good. Or the referee. No, that's Celtic Catholicism. It's slightly different. Slightly different. Basic Catholicism is don't let yourself be left in a room alone with a priest and always call on the Messiah when you need help. Celtic Catholicism is don't leave them alone in a room with a small child and call on the SFA when you need help. Yeah, the Messiah is Barry Bannon, but our Messiah is literally the Messiah. So one more game to go. I'm trying to referee, not quite. We've got 3 more league games to go, but realistically, I think one win might put us up. One win might put us into the Premier League. It depends what happens with Lincoln in their later game. But we're definitely within touching distance. We're so close now. And we're so close to an FA Cup final. It's kind of getting silly now. Has that game been played as per? Not quite yet. Alright. I can almost taste it. I can almost taste it. Oh, imagine if that stopped Everton getting promoted. How wild would that be if that was the start? Everton are down in 7th. Imagine if we've just stopped Everton from going back up to the Premier League. Fuming. I mean, I wouldn't be fuming. I'd think it was quite funny. But you'd be fuming as an Everton fan. Right. We have a week to go until the Coventry game. I am going to go find some liquids. I'll be back in just a moment. And hopefully good things are looking good on our return. Okay. Back in time for the game. I was like, that table's not updated. My brain was like, what, really? Still 5 points? No, that table's not been updated yet. We'll get a confirmation in a second. No, Lincoln are still in the fight, but 3 points today takes Sheffield United out of the equation. 3 points today quite probably takes Sheffield United out of the equation based on the fact we've got a plus 38 goal difference on them. Like, it's a technicality, but we'll take it, you know? Changes. Oh, Mwamba's nearly back. Mwamba's nearly back. How soon's he back? He'll be back in time for the semi-final. As long as we get no more problems this week, we'll be back at full strength for the semi-final, which is in itself a lot exciting. Being able to unleash Mwamba instead of Banksy. That's the way. Right, let's go. Let's do this. Carry a last performance. All that good bollocks stuff. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. Let's get this job underway at the Rico or the CBS Arena. I don't know what it's called. At Coventry. O'Neill. Sturrock. Sturrock needs to have. Oh, we need prime Blair Sturrock today. We need like the top draw Blair Sturrock today. And then he can have a shit game in the next one, like he does occasionally. And then he can be back on form for the last 3 games of the season. Oh. Come on. So close. I can feel it. It's so close to being done. Encourage our boys. I think Lincoln are losing. Oh, I think it's just going to be a bruised ankle kind of injury, but that's not ideal. How are Lincoln doing? Oh, they've got the late game again. Sky Sports have just decided that Lincoln is the thing. Whose dad's a legend? Blair Sturrock's? I should explain. This is not the Blair Sturrock. This is very much a new gen Blair Sturrock. Because you can tell the difference because this one scores goals. And isn't a massive shite Nepo baby. I wanted to feel like if I was Blair Sturrock, I'd have retired at about 22 once it became very, very clear that 10,000 people were watching me being given a job I wasn't qualified for every week. I'd have been so embarrassed I'd have retired in his position. But apparently there's no shame in the Sturrock family. Come on. Did that cross the line? Fucking did. That fucking did cross the line. Behave your fucking self. What is the point of goal line technology if it's not going to give that? What is the point? Come on, let's get a goal from this one. From this one. Rondero, Powell, Rondero again. Now will be an amazing time for a Rondero goal. Solomon Rondero, it's like I manifested it. It's like I manifested it. It's his first ever goal for the club. He was signed as a prospect and I realised I didn't have any other strikers, which is how he's ended up on the bench. Because I signed him and Isla at the same time and Isla wasn't performing. So I was like, I'll give Rondero a go. He can't be any worse than Isla. And he's just scored a goal that might be so important to this season. I did call it. Right, go out there, do your thing. Banksy, Louis, Will. Focus the fuck up. This is important. Focus up. This is the most important game of football you will ever play in your life. Do it. Finish the job. Finish the job today. Because 2 more points probably puts this title, this promotion beyond Lincoln. I know it's still mathematically possible and all that shit, but theoretically, it's over. Alright, I've got an apprehensive Messiah. I don't think I like it. Oh, I've got to send him in anyway. I've got to send in the apprehensive Messiah. That's far from ideal. But I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure the apprehensive Messiah will be okay. And then we're going to take off Banksy. We're going to send in for Cedar. Oh, I've used all my subs because I used one earlier. It's alright, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's all okay. Please. Just one more goal. Do you know what? I'm going all out. I'm going very attacking. I've just realised we're all over them. Absolutely no reason I shouldn't chuck everything at them. Alright, we are going to have to play at least one more game of football in the Championship to secure it, but that's okay. That's fine. Nobody can touch us on goal difference. Even if Lincoln win the late game, which they probably will, but even if Lincoln win this late game against Wrexham, who are 13th, they cannot get above us on goal difference. So we just have to match Lincoln results for the rest of the season, and we're through. I got no reaction to that. Great. That being said, it is Easter. And what Easter means is 2 games in 4 days. And we've just lost a striker for probably a little while. Hoping it's a bruised ankle, not a broken one. They're usually the only 2 that appear with that little bopsy dops. Two weeks with a sprained ankle. He's going to miss the cup final. Or the semi-final. He's going to miss the semi-final. That couldn't have happened at a worse time. That quite literally couldn't have happened at a worse time. Oh, end of overtime. DC 0, St. Louis 0. Oh, hang on. Let's actually give them the rest before I move forward. Stoke, who are 8th next. They might have a shot at the playoffs. It's an outside shot, I think. No, they've got a really good shot at the playoffs, I think. Yeah, they have. Alright. Stoke might be a challenge. Stoke might be a challenge. But I'm not gonna go all in on the FA Cup until I know exactly where we stand. But it should be fine. It should be okay. I cannot believe I'm still streaming at 1:30. This is so unusual, but we've only got 2, maybe 3, well, 3, maybe 4 games left of the season. I think we'll all survive it. I think we'll be okay. Right, are we there yet? 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 Are we on? It's 8 o'clock. Got it. Yes, we've got to finish the season. It'd be silly not to finish the season right now, wouldn't it? Fitness tests. Kieran Mwamba's failed his fitness test, but that should mean he's okay for the last game of the season. Right, we're gonna send in. Yeah, we're gonna. If we get to the cup final, we're gonna play the cup final today. Let's not be silly. We'll play the cup final today. I'm just thinking, do I want Cassup up top? Is Rondero a big match player? It doesn't say. It's not old enough for it to tell us. Isla is possibly old enough to have that stat. Isla likes a big match. Isla likes a big match. I know he's been shit for us so far, but I'm going to stake it on someone who... I'm going to stake it on someone who likes a big match. Feels like the right thing to do. It feels like that moment where he steps up, bees the big boy, gets his goal, sends us to the promised land. Come on, the Lions, indeed. The Lions, they shall fucking roar. Let's go. Let's do it. I know what we're capable. Good. Do it. Go, 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 go. We're at home as well. That's the big thing. We are at home. It could be the difference. So is that Dan Axel Zagadou still playing for them? No, it's not. Oh, Jesus Christ. That'd be impressive. Right. Let's do it. Someone force an error. Winners? It wasn't us. We had 2 guys tracking him and we didn't win that. That's not a great sign. Could be a worse sign. Clear it. Okay. Everybody focus. Everybody focus. Don't fuck about. No half-assed efforts here. It's okay. It's close. It was close. It was close. I'm not nervous at all, but I am a little bit nervous. We're currently 4 points clear of Lincoln, so they did lose that game in hand, which does mean a win today effectively puts us into the Premier League. In fact, a draw today might be enough. No, a win definitely is. A win definitely puts us in the Premier League. That's why I wanted my big Game Boy up to... Oh, Blair Sturrock, Will Farmer, Isla. Oh, he doesn't quite keep it going. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Nobody panic. O'Neill on the throw to Farmer. Farmer across. Louis Ray scored. And I was just doing mathematics. I think this is the Friday night game. Oh, it's the Tuesday night game. That puts us 6 points clear. Lincoln will have 2 to play. But a win here, I'm 99% sure. I've just done the maths properly in my head. I think a win here puts us in the Championship. Sorry, puts us in the Premier League even. We're only a point behind Middlesbrough. We could still claim the title. I don't want to alarm anyone, but it's not out of the possibility we could do a legitimate double. It's well within the realm of the possibility. I didn't even see us creeping up on Middlesbrough because they were so far ahead of us. But if they've hit a bad patch of form, which it looks like they have... Well, they haven't. They've been okay. I don't know how that's happened. But if they were to lose the game in hand this gives them over us... The final day of the season, we could have a straight shootout with Middlesbrough to secure the Championship title. In fact, even if they draw their game in hand. Alright, let's be sensible. I've been overconfident again. Let's be sensible. We've got to actually win it first. We do have to win this game before any of that becomes a problem. Or a situation. It's not a problem. It's a situation. O'Neill, great cross. No one's quite there. Banks out to Farmer, to Irazaki. Overhits the pass. Luckily Banks is there to pick it up. Can he beat Duckmanton? He can. Crosses in. Will Farmer cut that very, very close. Irasaki, Isla, to Banks. Come on, Banksy. Come on. Cross it. Beautiful. Someone. Anyone. O'Neill. Another cross. Recycle the ball. Carbone to Banks. Banks to Carbone. Carbone to Farmer. Farmer with a shot from range. It's off the post. It's fallen back to Big Jack. I think this is fizzling out as a highlight. It feels like it's fizzling. It was fizzling out. Big Jack is feeling this today, though. Big Jack is feeling this. Farmer is feeling this. Louis Ray is feeling this. The vibes are strong. The vibes are good. And as long as we don't lose, it remains possible for us to win the title on the final day of the season. Like, it's actually a possibility, mathematically, that we could win the title on the final day of the season as long as Middlesbrough lose. Ideally, we win, and Middlesbrough lose or draw, and then it becomes a proper shootout on the final day. But you can't have it all. O'Neill through. Louis Ray's hit the post again. How many times have we hit the goddamn post in this match? I am serious. How many times have we hit the woodwork? How is it only twice? It feels like 50. Play for the fans today. Isla, for fuck's sake. And Banks. Sort your lives out, yeah? This is such a big game. You really shouldn't need any more motivation. You should not need more motivation than this. As a professional footballer, frankly, I shouldn't have to say anything in that dressing room to you to get you fired up. Carbone to Ray, to Irasaki. We've got another corner. We've got another corner. I am going to take off Isla if we don't score soon. It's another one in. It's fine. Carbone, Sturrock. Okay, Aponte, come on. Sturrock, do a tackling. I know you like a tackle. I know you like a tackle. Oh, there we go. Orrit steps up. O'Neill, come on, cover. Don't get done now. Don't get done now. There we go. Okay. Oh, fucking K. Okay. We're nearly there. Tell Blair to shoot us off on shore. Why not? It's time. It's time. Isla, get off, mate. You've been garbage. Rondero, get in there, mate, and show us what you can do. Banksy, you've been piss. Facida's going in to do your job for you. O'Neill's had a good day, but I need Shaheen. Sturrock out for Wilson. Irasaki for Taylor. Just because A.O. Taylor's been known to pop up with a late goal more than once since we've been here. A.O. Taylor does not hate a big goal. Carlos, Facida's trying to get a great tackle. Clear it. Why? Why would you push a guy in the box? Al-Mutairi, he's got it. He's got it. He's making the saves. He's making the big saves. He's not making the big saves. Right. This is tension. To be fair, there was fuck all he could do about that. There was nothing he was going to do about that. We're going to berate the boys. Discourage long shots, sure. Are we playing for set pieces yet? Because we bloody should be. We're going to work the ball into the box. I'm fine with that. Anything that gets the ball in the net. Shaheen. Come on. Down the line. There we go. There's Wilson. Inside. Inside. Solomon Rondero is becoming a hero. 2 goals in 3. And Solomon Rondero has decided he's that boy. He is that man. He's the guy that keeps you awake at night. Dripping sweat in fear. That is what Solomon Rondero does. That is what that boy does for us. He is the human embodiment of absolute shit your pants fear for defenders. Taylor. Alright, that's fine. It's fine. We've got another corner. Let's do it. I want a big boy to head this away. Okay, we probably don't have many big boys, to be honest. I think I've taken them all off. Taylor, into the box. Cross it. Please. Please. Facida. Cannot stress enough how badly I need a third goal to happen here. Not for them. Why? Right, no. You're getting berated. That's what's happening now. This has got silly. Anthony Wilson scored. Anthony Wilson has scored. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Nobody panic. Nobody panic. Nobody panic. Nobody in panic. Not now. Not like this. You can waste time all you like. Come on, Wilson. Come on. Come on, son. It's alright. Shaheen's there. Wilson, come on. Beat Morales. Oh, come on. Win it. Win it. Good, 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 good. Shaheen. Shaheen, get it forward. Get forward with that ball to Wilson. Lovely. Someone cross it. For the love of God. There's 4 guys, not 5 guys in the box. Will Farmer. Will Farmer just sent us to the Premier League. And am I about to time waste? You goddamn right I am. You can be goddamn sure I am about to time waste the shit out of this. I will time waste this for the last 3, 5, 15, 50 minutes. I don't give a shit. We are done. Lincoln City cannot catch us mathematically now. I cannot stress it enough. Ignore the table. It's not updated. We are in fact on 86 points. Lincoln would have to win both of their remaining games. We'd have to lose both of our remaining games. And they'd have to close a 33-point goal deficit. We're almost at 100 goals for. And unless Borough win their game in hand, they are firmly in our sights. All we have to do is show up one more time in the league this season. And even then, we may not have to bother with a first team. So either Middlesbrough lose their game in hand, in which case we're playing the last game for all the marbles, or they win their game in hand, which means we cannot win the title, which means I get to rest my squad for potentially a cup final. Those are our two options, and neither is bad. This is wild stuff. Right, I need to actually math the days. Calendar. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 days off for the boys. I'm not risking anyone getting hurt in training. I absolutely refuse to take the risk of anyone getting hurt in training. Also, Rondero, you can be goddamn sure you are starting up top. I promise you are starting up top at Wembley. If it kills me. Mwamba, are you back yet? 6 days. He's not quite ready, but Facida's done fine when he's filled in. It's fine. Let's slowly catch you monkey this one, because I think that those spare games are happening on the Wednesday. Can I see the fixtures? Thank you. Good. They're happening at the same time as we play the thing. Oh, no. We could... Alright. Do you know what? It doesn't matter. We'll find out when we get to Wembley. All you can say is I was here. Exactly. You were here the day Millwall became a Premier League side. It is mathematically all but confirmed. And if Middlesbrough lose their game in hand, we are potentially playing for a double. And we'll know going into this game who we're playing in the final, because obviously the first semi, the Liverpool-Sunderland one, is on the Saturday. So we actually will know for sure who we play in the final before we kick off. If it's Sunderland, just stick our name on the cup, super glue the blue ribbons on. They don't ever need to come off. Lincoln have secured a playoff spot, but that was pretty much inevitable. Doesn't tell us anything about what's actually happened with the game. If there's any chance Hamda can walk, I'm going to put him on the bench for instead of Isla too. I refuse to not to. Alright. Middlesbrough drew. Borough drew. This Sheffield United game, this last game of the season, is now officially for all the marbles. We are officially... We've got budgets. We've got an official promotion, but also... And this is the thing. I know we've got budgets already because... Oh, we got budgets already because Liverpool have confirmed top 4. surely they haven't just decided, oh, because we've still got to beat Charlton. I was like, surely we're not automatically qualified for Europe, but this might do it. Anyway, what was that budget? Budget's 36 million quid and 17 million pound to spend on wages per year. That's ridiculous. It could be Europa, I think, because Liverpool have secured top 4. I believe a win today puts us in Europe, because I think if the cup winner gets in the Champions League places, the Europa League place still gets passed down to the runner-up. I could be wrong. That certainly used to be the case. I don't know. We're already promoted. But yeah, I don't know. I'm sure that was the rule. Doesn't matter. Let's just try and get to the cup final. We'll worry about the Europa League if we get to the final. Like, I'd imagine we get some kind of confirmation anyway. But it's fine. It's two games away at most. Pick up where you left off. Do your thing. Everybody make a difference. Relax. Goals. Wembley Stadium for a London derby. A London Championship derby. I think this is actually a derby. I think Charlton and Millwall actually might genuinely have a rivalry. Like a proper they hate each other kind of rivalry. I might be wrong. But either way, this game's enormous. Winner plays Liverpool. That's all we need to know, is winner plays Liverpool in the FA Cup final. And we're good enough to get there, because this isn't a great Charlton side, as they've proved over the course of a season. Charlton, I would say, have no chance of beating Liverpool. We just might. And especially if we are playing Liverpool off the back of a title win, we've just made much harder for ourselves. But if we can turn this one back around, and we can play Liverpool off the back of a title win, I'd back us to beat them. I would back us to beat them in that situation. But we've got to get there first. I'm very annoyed that Mwamba wasn't fit. Realised earlier Hull of the team impact our most from the spying. I just know if they're the ones playing, they'll be playing Hull, whereas Hull have no clue who they're playing. That's true. And I know for a fact there'll be a HITC Sevens video about it within a week, so I'm safe. I'm secure. I know Alfie's already half written the video already. I know that's happened. Come on, clear it. Why is Will Farmer not playing? Why is Blair Sturrock not playing? Why are we pushing people in the penalty box? Why? Are you stupid? Fucking Banks. Fucking Banks. You clown. Jesus Christ, get off. Just get off. Just get off. Both of you guys can get off. I'm going to send in the Messiah. I thought about Sturrock's. I do enjoy an Alfie video, I'll be honest. I do. He makes so many fucking videos about Hull. I know more about what's happening at Hull than I do about what's happening in my family. That's how many fucking videos that man makes about Hull every week. Okay, then shoot more. Jesus, why do you need me to... Do you want to fucking hold your hand for? You bloody tell them, you fucking useless assistant manager prick. Right, I'm already cracking out all the subs. I don't give a shit. Right, Wilson, get on there, because the shit Blair Sturrock showed up today. Fuck is this? The fuck is this? In fact, John Louis Ray, you can fuck off as well. 5 subs before half time. That's how displeased I am. 5 subs before half time. We're losing 3-0 at half time to the team that are 16th in the goddamn championship. Like, you, and you, fucking awful. You guys, also, to a man, shit. The rest of you, fucking do some work, you lazy pricks. Absolutely unacceptable shit. Everything about this performance has been garbage. The only reason Al Mutayiri's still on the pitch is because I don't have anyone else. Just absolute fucking bottle job. We could not possibly have bottled this anymore if we tried. The only reason I'm not making more subs is because I've run out already. Discourage long shot. Discourage being shit. Discourage being shit. I don't think I've got enough transfer budget now. It's a realistic possibility I don't have enough transfer budget because I now need to replace my entire squad because I never want to see any of these bottling pricks again. Just never want to see any of these bottling pricks again. I'm going to have to, because there's 1 game left in the season. Should have been 2, but they couldn't be fucked to put in any effort at Wembley, for fuck's sake. Right. That was shit. In fact, you know what? I'm just going to tell you all that you were shit. Every one of you was fucking awful. And just because you guys were on the bench for the first 25 minutes, you were still crap as well. Utter crap. Unacceptable crap. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Anyway. Absolute garbage. Oh, mate. Pray some of these fucking players' wives have their tubes tied after that game. Also, I sold them the goalkeeper that just shut us out. This fella funded our entire rebuild of this squad this season. And so naturally, it was down to him that we don't win the fucking cup. Right. On the plus side, it does mean I'll be in bed within the next 20 minutes. So, let's take the small mercies. Let's take the small mercies. Potential issue with cup. Hang on. What's the issue? Is it because I was mean to you at Wembley, is it? You're going to cry because I was mean to you at Wembley? You think he's underpaid? Joe, actually, I'm all for this, because last time a lad thought he was underpaid, he actually asked me for a pay cut. So let's see. Is he going to ask me for a pay cut? 225 is on at the moment. No, he actually does not. He does understand what numbers look like the size of numbers relative to each other. I don't know. I mean, I sort of do, but fringe player. Oh, I've got to give him a pawn player. I'm not going to guarantee you a role. You can shut up. Take that one. There's still a massive pay rise. What are you talking about? Good. Glad we got that sorted. Should there is use annual salary only? There is. It's because it makes it easier to work out budgets and stuff. So if you go into your finances screen, all of like this, the projections and stuff are all in annual. So like if I look at this and it tells me like next season it tells me we're going to lose £20 million, which we won't because we'll be in the Premier League. But let's imagine it said we were going to lose £500,000. I know I need to keep the club profitable to get the board to do things like upgrade facilities, etc., 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 and obviously have a bigger transfer budget. So then I know I can go in here, I can see, oh, this guy's on £500,000, and I can just sell him and I've balanced the books. So it just means I can do the financial bits of the game a little bit easier. That's why I do the annual salary. No worries. I think it's a really overlooked thing actually in FM. I think it's one of those things that people know exists, but they don't understand why fully it exists. But yeah, it's so helpful. It's so helpful. A lot of the American content creators do, because it's how they're used to thinking about sports anyway. Like if you think about like the NFL, the NHL, the NBA, they all talk of annual salaries, not weekly. So I think it's just what the Americans are used to. Whereas for me, it just makes mathematical sense to be able to see at a glance where I can find money if I'm losing it. Oh, you're shitting me. Al-Mutairi and Kassep are injured. I mean, on the flip side, I literally, before that popped up, was just thinking, should I play McKenna in goal? Since it'll be his last day as a professional footballer. And then Al-Mutairi got injured and I might now be forced to play McKenna in goal. Yeah, it's true, I could. I mean, I don't need to balance the books because we're going to be in the Premier League and we're going to make stupid. They've given us, what, 30 million quid? Well, technically it's like 45 million quid to spend. And I'll be honest, I probably won't spend most of that. And we're going to make 150 million quid off of being in the Premier League. Like, genuinely, I'd be surprised if I need to spend all that money. Even if I revamp the entire team, I cannot imagine a world in which I spend that much money with a newly promoted team. Right, we are without Al-Mutairi, that's fine. McKenna's going in goal. Captain Reliable gets to be in goal. Elamore is playing. I don't give a shit, he's playing. If he breaks, he breaks. He's playing until he does. Factually. I kind of want to put Facida on the bench. But not at the cost of Mwamba. Fuck it, Wiles has done nothing. So, that's fine. Banksy's been fine, but he's not been Mwamba good. Mwamba's got 45 minutes in him. I should start with Banksy. Alright, let's go. This one, for all the marbles. We may not be going to the Wembley FA Cup final. We may not be qualifying for Europe. But we can, in theory, if results go our way, still be the champions of the championship. We can still win the championship today. We cannot not get promoted. We can be top, where we were for about 10 minutes all season. Should I make my first short story animation? I was actually having that as the first attempt to screen when I was like, go for it. I think it'd be really good. I think it will really work. I think it'd be like a really good kind of kids short animation. Plus you could have so much fun with it, with some of the imagery and like... Oh. But I would say look up how to write for animation, because it's slightly different to screenwriting. I appreciate that. I think there's something about psychological horror where letting the reader think about it way too much makes it more horrific. Like, you can almost luxuriate in that descent into madness. Really make your reader uncomfortable. Oh, come on. I just want one goal. How are Borough doing? Let's put Borough's score up here. Don't care about the table, I just want to see Borough's score. They're playing Stoke as well. Stoke almost certainly need a win to get into... Oh no, they've bottled it. They've bottled it already. Alright, it's fine. They were good against us, and that's what matters. That's what I need to know about, is they were good against us. So if they could please just beat Borough at home, I'd feel pretty happy. It doesn't help us right now, because we're not winning. But if they can do their bit, I'll try and get my boys to do their bit. Also, Everton in the playoffs. I assume they made it. They're not. Ooh. Alright, so Sheffield United actually do need to win, because Everton have just scored as well. So we could be in for a fight, and we have got the bottle jobs out there. I don't need to see that, that's fine. Let me focus on what I have focused on, which is winning this goddamn game. Don't concede here. I swear to God, if we bottle this as well, not one of these players is here next season. Except O'Neill, because he has to be, because I've already agreed his transfer. But none of the others. Blair Sturrock. Blair Sturrock, you god amongst men, you hero, you absolute legend. You've stepped up. And that means that Everton should be back into the playoffs, for those who care about Everton, which is no one, let's be honest. Louis Ray, free kick into the box, Powell. Okay, come on, let's have another goal. Play for set pieces. Abso-fucking-lutely we will play for set pieces. You goddamn right. You are goddamn right we will play for set pieces. If we can stick one more goal past Sheffield United, it's possible we can help Everton into the playoffs. I pretend I don't like Everton, but I do quite like a lot of Everton fans, so they do tend to be good people. So if we can help that even a smidge, they've got a better goal difference than Sheffield United. It's just a case of if we score, if we beat Sheffield United, regardless of what happens with Borough, we put Everton into the playoffs. Right, Louis Ray, you've done it again, mate. You've absolutely not shown up. You've not shown up. In fact, Irasaki has also not shown up, so we're going to send Taylor in there. We're going to send Taylor and Hermes. Come on, let's do tackles. Right, O'Neill, get the fuck off, mate. Get the fuck off, O'Neill. Shaheen's on. Got one stoppage left. Alright. Banks off for Mwamba. It's gotta be. Banks off for Mwamba. Will Farmer is coming out for the Messiah. I know Elamore is broken, but he's just got to get through like 20 more minutes. He's just got to get through 20 more minutes. Ideally with a goal. Very ideally with a goal. If he can do that, we're good. Come on, Shaheen. Come on. Don't let him. Don't just stand there and watch him run at the goal. Actually, do a thing. You know, very attacking for 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Give me 10 minutes of just non-stop shellacking the Sheffield United goal. That's all I ask. Come on, Taylor. Come on. Hamada Elamore. He might actually have just won us the championship. I thought about taking him off because he was hurt, and I thought, you know what? Nobody else is likely to step up and score that goal right now. And Hamada Elamore pops it away. And boys and girls, read that shit and weep. Middlesbrough can fuck themselves. So can Sheffield United. Because we've put Everton in the playoffs. We have just won the goddamned championship. Do not sweat it. The championship is ours. Give me a goddamn trophy lift. Give me the goddamned trophy lift. We were 7 points behind Middlesbrough at one stage. And like with 5 games to go, we were 7 points behind. It looked like it was over. And we've just got the big trophy lift. Never, ever doubt my Millwall team. Never, ever doubt my boys. We are going to the Premier Goddamn League. All I'm saying. Never doubt the boys. Just made it look easy. I'm just saying, made it look easy. We are goddamn champions, boys. We are champions. I do have one question I need to answer before I wrap things up, though. And it's a really big question. It's possibly the biggest question in the history of Football Manager. And that question is, how much is the love? It's the question I've got to ask. It's the question I need an answer to. How much is the love? He's actually quite cheap. Hey girl, I would like to sign Hamada Amor, please. I think 10.5 million is perfectly goddamn reasonable. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hamada Amor is in this heezy faux sheezy. But I do also want to know very quickly, very quickly, I do want to know if Charlton are going to get a European place. Is that 23rd of May? In fact, I could just look it up on the league rules. I could just look that up on the league rules like a grown-up. Rules. Final. Winner qualifies for Europa League stage. Okay. Cool. The Premier League? Why does it take so fucking long to get to the Premier League? Admittedly, it's because I've gone the longest way. Try to do that way. I'm so curious. Alright, so Europa League phase, depending on the winner of the cup. Okay, so if Charlton lose, it goes to 6th in the league. I want to find out. I know, but I want to find out. I think we all kind of want to know. I think we're all, like, low-key, secretly do want to know if they pulled off the FA Cup win. I think we all kind of do want to know. So we'll just very quickly zoom through, and then we'll be good to call things for the night. But it feels like important information to have. Does feel like important information to have. I'm also thinking who is currently up and alive. I've not seen any sign of Book this week. I've seen neither hide nor hair of Book. Okay. Well, we'll let her off then, I suppose. Fucking audacity of her having, like, a family and shit rather than, you know, waiting for us to dick about. Absolutely wilding. Right, I am going to get something set up, ready to go. Where are we with this this run through? We've got an improved youth category rating. That's a good sign. Our records were identical, by the way, with Middlesbrough. 26 won, 11 draw, 9 lost. We've literally just happened to have 19 better goal difference than them. I always knew just smashing teams through the season was going to come in handy. But I just want the answer to that last question. Come on, just give me the answers to that last question. Yeah, just those 2 clean sheets, they got us through. Yeah. As I was actually in a transfer bid for Hamada Amor, and I have no idea if he actually agreed a contract or not. And Amor accepted. We cancelled negotiations. Fuck right off. Why? Did you get dropped on your head? In fact, I really hate to extend this stream more because I'm aware it's like fucking creeping up on dawn. Will you sign for us now, please? Wants us to improve our standing in the Premier. Are you daft? I mean, I'll extend the loan. I don't care, but I'd rather you just sign for us and stop messing me around. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not even at just one more game. I'm at A, I would like to sign Hamder Alamore for the rest for next season, and B, I want to know if Charlton get the European place. I'm genuinely curious. So we're not quite one more match. I'm playing no more matches. I just really want to know if Charlton get into Europe. Right, that's better. Why you cancelled negotiations with him before? He only wants 200 grand a year. Fuck yes. Do you know what? You can have an extra £8,000 a year. Alright, that's fine. Do you know what? You're so good, I'm going to double your wages. I don't feel bad about it, because I was underpaying him badly. Fiorentina of what? Fine, do you know what? Let's see if I can persuade him. I can't. I might need a goalkeeper in the summer. I'm aware I'm just burning transfer window, but it's fine. In fact, do you know what? Once we've got a confirmation of our work permit date, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Apparently 20 is a record for number of goals for Millwall. Go figure. Right, that's confirmed. El Amor in the door. That's a great £9 million spend, by the way. It's a great £9 million spend. That's a stupid, in some respects, £9 million spend. I'll be back in a second, because I should not have drank cider earlier. How are we not there yet? How are we not there yet? We've got a new scouting budget, but it'll be like 360k, because it always is. There can't be that many games for the game to simulate. You're at the end of the Scottish League, and that's about it. Oh, actually, also the Scandi Leagues. Oops. We're only a week away. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We will be just goddamn dandy. And then the real question will become, do Charlton qualify? Sunday anyways, it's true. It's true. We'll get there. We'll get there very quickly. I say very quick. We'll get there reasonably quickly. Like I said, it's just about who is going to Europe. I swear, if Charlton beat Liverpool, I'll be goddamn fuming. If Charlton actually win the FA Cup, I am going to have a long, hard think about what I do with this squad for next season. I can probably find an extra 70 million quid to spend from the value of our squad and just replace them with freebies. But I mean, I won't. That'd be too far. It'd be too far to do that. It would be too far if I did that. So naturally, I won't. Obviously. Obviously, I wouldn't do that. It's also very funny to me that I chose to watch the Celtic Hearts game over the FA Cup final earlier. I feel like I've defied things. Right, come on, one more week. Just going through my old teams. Oh, remember Cole Brannigan, Jeremy Watara? What players they were. What players they were. Just 1 week on. Just 1 week, please. Just 1 week to get through. Walsall promoted to EFL League 2. How proud they must be. I just realised there could be a Spurs job going on. It'd be terribly controversial leaving Millwall for Spurs. Terribly controversial. But they have a lot of money. Leeds have been relegated from the Premier League. Apparently that just happened. Must have been the tightest Premier League in history. Come on, let's see what's coming down the pipeline, please. Let's see what's coming down the pipeline, please. I just want to see the FA Cup final score. Did Charlton pull it off? Did Liverpool slap them up? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. We are nearly there. We're nearly there. Come on, come on. We're nearly there. We are nearly there, please. Nearly there, please, please, nearly there. Oh, Facida retired. Pour one out. Pour one out for Facida. Here it is, moment of truth. Moment of truth. Who is the FA Cup winner of 2043? We can all go stick some money on it at the bookies. We're about to find out. Who, dude, what? Was it a Liverpool year? Indeed. Boom. Alright. We have got money paid out. FA Cup review. Oh, Liverpool did it. 3-0 in the final. Revenge. Revenge for what? Yes, take him. I don't care. Thanks, guys. Right. And on that bombshell, we are going to very quickly, I say very quickly because I am going to raid the fucking run. But we're going to go say hi to Smokey quick, just because he's on a 24-hour stream and we'll give him that little boost of adrenaline. Thank you for being here, guys. Those who've been lurking, those who stayed till the end, those who are here, those who've chatted, all that. Tomorrow, side quest entirely writing is the plan for those who might be wondering. Anyway, guys, thank you for being here. Let's go see our boy Smokaya. They call him the Portuguese Pele. They call him the most beautiful man in the world. Pat, welcome in, but also we're raiding out. I think you've been lurking anyway, but thanks for being here. We are going to go and see the gorgeous Smokey. I shall see you all very soon. Stay safe. Have a good one.